push-ups, maybe set an alert, anything to not click the button, especially if I'm waiting for a level here. Uh, yeah, patience is important, right? Because the last thing you want
Yeah,
to do is rush into a trade, get stopped out, and then it get to your entry, and you've already spent your risk budget on the day. Uh, so
you
patience is
call
key.
that a designed distraction. We had Dr. Andrew Menaker on years ago, and he was an active trader. He was also a human being, So while you're waiting for something to set up, you're looking for a trade, or maybe you're in a trade and you just don't want to touch it. You want to let it get, you have the chance to get to your profit target. He always wanted to learn how to play the guitar. So he bought a guitar and started teaching himself how to play the guitar on YouTube while he was waiting for alignment or waiting for profit targets to get hit. Yeah, I thought that was a good idea. I kind of said, well, it's kind of a design distraction. I think he still uses that. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I think Dalton just pushes back from his desk.
Yeah,
Yeah, Paul
So
Tudor
he's not.
Jones puts on Bruce Willis's shoes. You've ever seen that movie Trader?
did see that. We're
Nice.
back above the high this opening range now. Nasdaq just wanted to stop me out before a little bit of continuation here, trading 23,620. That tilt did flip. We saw 71% short at the lows. We're back to 59% long. Maybe see, we're seeing a lot of chop in these markets. Ross being patient. We're talking about patience here. The market really hasn't chosen a direction. So traders, just be careful, right? Getting chopped up here. If you look at yesterday's price action, the first hour of trade, I think we did the exact same thing. We spent a lot of time in that opening range, and then had a beautiful trend day after that initial balance was established. Hogue, you say it all the time. If we don't get an early trade, a better trade location probably comes later on in the day. So sitting
Mhm.
here being patient is okay, unless you are a range trader, right? Dolby, you might be identifying the extreme of the range and fading the extremes until we do break out. Today's a good day for
572
Yeah,
in the NASDAQ. Weekly kickoff high. Nice support
Yeah, we saw a nice stronger push with Nasdaq there than with ES.
for sure.
Been watching ES and it didn't quite recover. Nasdaq on the 1 minute, I'm seeing it formed a little gap down and then inversed that after sweeping those pre-market lows. So it's got a little support it's building there.
Mhm.
I like what some people are saying in the chat. I would like to get more into doing small workouts during the day, kind of treating the trading day like like prison style or something. Um, well, because that's the thing. You're kind of, you're anchored. If you're gonna watch the market all day, you got to be there in case something happens. But yeah, I think it's good to do push-ups, ride a bike. There was nearly a revolt at my old firm when they took Netflix away.
Oh man, it's like, what do we do now?
Yeah. I'll
I
give a
I
little
think
hint. They took Netflix away when things weren't started not going well, and I don't think it was the Netflix that was causing those issues.
It didn't help at all, Jack. Did results get worse?
Results were inevitable to get worse at that point, but it's one of those,
Gotcha.
signs the ship is sinking.
Okay. We had to blame something. These damn kids watching that Netflix.
Yeah, it's not
We
that
got a
bonds
hundred
don't
lot.
move anymore. It's that they're watching House of Cards season 1.
Got 150 lot offered here at 23,635, and they just pulled it down actually, a little closer to the market. 23,620s now.
Jay, they heard you. They said, they're onto us. Well, let's
Yeah,
pull it.
these guys keep watching us. Get out of here. They're on to us.
I think
That did not
you
get
take one
filled.
you take one of those losing trades, you should just jump down and start doing some push-ups.
Yeah, it's a great
Depending,
Yeah.
strategy.
as many as you need to not break your rules anymore or something like
Push
that.
up for every dollar lost.
Oh,
A
I
lot.
can't do that,
Mm.
but I'll do I'll do a push up for every $10 loss.
There you go. Push up for every point.
That's gonna be my new.
How about that?
Okay, I
Push
can
up
do
for
more
every
than that.
point.
Chips for every $10 loss. I like that. Yeah, still
Yeah,
chopping
that's
around here.
easy.
We
Seeing
call
some
it chop, but we saw
more
the
weakness in
guys.
ES.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Ross.
Just seeing some more weakness in ES. We're pretty close to taking the lows again on ES. While Nasdaq is still hanging up high. So I'll be watching the Dow, see who's gonna make the actual move here.
What is the Dow doing right now?
Dow just took
Dow's
lows.
selling a little bit. Dow has left that
Dow's
opening
doing
range.
Dow things.
Yeah, it is. Ooh, big pop there. What was that? Big spike of volume just came in to the Nasdaq, and that might be
Yeah, ES also.
fine. We were looking for.
Well, no, I know why the Nasdaq is so strong. New all-time highs, Nvidia. Get out the air horns for Nvidia.
I am
Yeah.
probably going to get back into this long after that. Go ahead, Jack.
As mentioned, Nvidia up $4 right now, 2.27%. But once again, there's 23 billion shares. So today, Nvidia has added $100 billion in market cap. Just
100 billion. That laugh, Jack. That
$100
laugh
billion
says a lot.
in market
100.
cap. Oh,
That laugh says a lot, Jack.
amazing. No, it's great. Love to see it.
Uh, doing
Me too.
Jack's analysis here, Jack. If you look at that 1 second chart in the Nasdaq, we had 2,700 contracts traded in a second on that spike there, which is pretty big. I don't know what they were responding to, but a ton of volume just came in there in the Nasdaq.
Yeah.
Well, we got 3 minutes right now until Bostic speaks. But I don't see anything else across the tape right now.
Yeah, not seeing anything either. But if we do, we'll throw it in the chat. We'll let you all know. Stick here with us. But Nasdaq currently trading 23,646 after that spike of volume we just saw. S&P is trading 6407. Seeing a little selling in gold here, 34.55. Did get a spike of volume in there as well.
Stop
Crude
that.
oil pretty much flat, 64.51. Stop selling gold.
So
Nasdaq
just to
went-
put things in perspective, I love doing this when Nvidia is up. So Nvidia up $4, as we mentioned, that's roughly $100 billion in market cap. Here's some companies that have $100 billion in market cap. So Nvidia grew by one of these today: Starbucks, CME
Wow.
Group, Lockheed Martin. It grew more than a Robin Hood,
Insane.
a Dell. Oh my goodness, a Sherwin-Williams, dare I say?
I thought you were going to be naming small companies, Jack.
No,
Smaller names.
Airbnb, more than an
Insane.
Airbnb.
Is that healthy, Jack? That type of growth?
Seems to have been.
Markets are meant to
Well,
go up.
with
And
every
good for
one of these
me.
cycles, Jay, it's hard to say.
Yeah, I hear you.
And we've been talking a lot. There's just like there's two economies, two stock markets right now. There's the AI stuff and there's everything else. And everything else is not doing all that great. And the AI stuff is doing gangbusters.
Right. Yep. It's healthy for those longs we had in Nvidia. Current weighting in the Nasdaq, and if you're wondering why we talk about it so much, it's 14.6% of the Nasdaq. So as Nvidia goes, the Nasdaq is probably going to go as well. 14.6% is a ton.
The real macro thing I'd be watching out for, I don't know how you get it, like what insiders you got to know and stuff like that, is the inflection point will be whenever the trajectory of the capex spending by these tech companies starts slowing down or, God forbid, reducing. That would be my sign that look for maybe a counter trade.
Gotcha.
We're not doing that today in the ES. We're just
No,
trading
we
what we
are
see.
not.
Yeah.
No, we're not. Ross, anything you're seeing on your side yet? I know you were looking for a little bit of a pullback. Still kind of choppy here. Maybe seeing some buying step up. Nasdaq making new highs of this session. Anything on your side, Ross?
Yeah, I do see ES pushing now. I was trying to look for a pullback to this 6406-ish level, but didn't quite get it. And now we're starting to run a little bit on ES, pushing into some liquidity at 6412 to 6415 here. So may have missed my little pullback entry there. Didn't quite get to the
All
level I was
right.
looking for.
Smacked out of our last three in that gold. I just got stopped out on those. 34, 50, 80. So small profit on that trade. Still short the crude oil.
Awesome.
Yeah, that
Thank you
selling
for.
that came into gold was enough to take us out. I told you guys to stop selling it.
They didn't listen to us, Hogue. They didn't listen to us.
No.
Uh, let's throw it over to Jack real quick. Jack, we got some news that we want to cover while we stalk some trades here. What do we got, Jack?
Just one chart I wanted to show today. Just we mentioned the jobless claims this morning. Really, the continuing claims are the things that I keep an eye on. And as you can see here, after a couple months or weeks of reduction, they're back at highs of this cycle. This chart here goes back to 2022. 1.974 million for the continuing claims. People are having a harder time finding jobs when they're out of work. But yeah, market doesn't care about it. So here we are. So
That's
just
not
wanted to
good.
show that chart.
Thank you, Jack.
Honestly, I was
We did get.
perusing, and this another bullish case here. I was perusing this morning. There wasn't as much. I didn't see a lot of I would call it like news density. Like there
Okay.
weren't a ton of stories. Some days you come in, there's a ton of stories that are just jumping out at you, but
Just quiet news day today.
a little bit.
Quiet news day.
Getting in
I'm gonna
on
get. Go ahead,
five
Ross.
micros here. I'm getting in on 5 micros here, going long. I like this little pullback here. Finally got the level I was talking about.
Right. Ross, long 5 micro ES. What price did you get?
I believe I'm in at 6406. Yes, 6406.
6406. Awesome. Thank you for that, Ross. S&P trading 6404 currently, but Ross in long. I was thinking about getting back into that long in the micro Nasdaq here as well. We are still seeing some sellers coming in at these 650s. So I'm gonna wait to see if we can clear them out and then maybe get in from there. Uh, Ross currently long micro S&P. Jack, anything we doing there on the house yet, or are we gonna?
Waiting a little bit to buy.
Okay.
Obviously it would have worked out if I had just bought 6400 the first time.
Right. 6406. I am going to see. I'm long 2 micro Nasdaq again. 64.44 quarter. Risking about 30 points here. Stop is going to go below 64.10.
All right, I got a long 1ES. Back you guys up here. Um, Ross, what does your stop look like on this trade?
I'm looking at the low below this the daily or the morning low here. That's about 175, $200 for me. If I see some
Okay.
aggressive move down, I may cut that a little early.
Jay, what's your
97.
position again?
Long 2 micro. 2 micro Nasdaq. Hogue. 64. 644 quarter. 23,644.
Thank you. All
And
right.
we're long 1ES from 6404 half. 404 half.
Thank you, Jack. All right. We got a party going on now.
Well, yeah, I gotta
That's
decide how many push-ups I'm gonna do. That's why I gotta figure out where I want to set this stop.
Yeah.
Hopefully none, Jack. Hopefully the market just pushes up, and you can stay in that chair and watch the profits. Gold short tilt 62%. We got a long tilt in the Nasdaq 64% currently. Uh, see, not getting that follow through I'm looking for yet, but the reason I do like this trade, that burst of buying that we saw come in, the high of that was 63, 636, right? So what I'm thinking with this trade is I'm just getting in with whatever buyers were there if they were buying to open. Uh, Back under their price 23 610s, I'll be out. What's the Dow doing over there, Ross? Is it still selling? Dow is still selling off here a little bit.
Yeah, it's still selling. We're getting a little bounce off of, I believe that's yesterday's highs on the Dow.
And we hold
Bad.
Yeah, that's
6,400.
Asia overnight high actually.
S&P's testing the 6400 level again. We'll see if we hold here. Not really seeing any liquidity on the books here. Nice little bounce from 64 is there.
Yeah, I should have
Yeah,
more
we're
patience to
absorbing a
wait
few
for
orders
that.
right around VWAP here. Little bounce on the Dow here, coming back up.
Janish Patel says, looks like the overnight session had all the fun. It does look like that, right? All of our friends in Asia and Europe had all the fun. They left some scraps for us to trade here. But it's still very early into the session, right? We're only 36 minutes in. We know there's a long trading day. If you look at yesterday's price action, that first hour was a range trade. And then we had a really nice trend after that hour. So patience here. We are in some trades right now. See how these work out. Little profit here. Really looking for the Nasdaq to clear these 650s here with some momentum, and we may get going early. Still a lot of time in the day.
Bostic, the outlook is for the economy to continue slowing, but also expect real uncertainty about what that means for jobs and inflation. Also saying a ton of economic scenarios that could play out, hard to assign probabilities. Helpful. Firms are still in a wait and see pattern around employment.
Wait and see. Wait and see if the data is correct or not. I guess we did have that
Yeah.
wholesale inventories number come out. Uh, we came in at 0.1%. Forecast was 0.2. That came out a couple minutes ago. And we got a couple traders in long here. House long 6404, Ross long in the S&P 6408, and I'm currently long in the micro Nasdaq 23644. Looking like probably going to get stopped out on this one as well. And if so, we'll be patient. All right, I'm out of that trade.
Yep, I'm out of mine as well. Just
What about the
enough
house?
to
Shortly.
sweep down here.
Still in, but I'm in danger of having to do some serious push-ups here.
Seeing some selling coming into gold here. Gold is getting crushed right now. Gold down about 12 points in the last minute or so. Really nice selling in gold here. Currently trading
Ooh,
34.40, 54% short tilt. Go ahead, Jack.
It looked for a second like we were going to reclaim the 6400 ES. I was like, is this an ad if it does? But
Mm.
we'll wait.
Yeah.
Jay,
No ad
that
at the moment.
gold just rotates near the high, near weekly kickoff high, not quite to it, but it's an unfair high up there.
Unfair high. What do you mean by unfair high, Hoke?
Well, some people would call it excess. Like, look on the daily. If the daily was to close now, this is an excess high. Some people call it an unfair high. In other words, it's too, it was unfair for buyers to transact business up there. They stopped,
Okay.
sellers took over. Just another way of saying excess or a buying tail or a selling tail.
Got you. Thank you, Hogue.
Uh-huh.
All right. We're
16.
out,
Yeah.
and that means that I have to do 50 push-ups. Lost $500 right there.
Gonna do them all in
I'm a
one set,
man of
Jack,
my
or what?
word. Oh, good. It's
Gonna break them
selling.
up.
Nope, not doing them all in one set. It's selling off. Talk amongst yourself. I'm gonna do 25 right now.
All right. Jack will be
All
back
right.
in just a minute. Uh, let's run some news really quick. We got some news on Toyota and tariffs. If we can run that clip.
Toyota says President Donald Trump's new tariffs will cost the company nearly $10 billion in profits. That's the forecast for the year from April through next March, and the highest estimate yet by any company. The Wall Street Journal reports the world's largest automaker also projects its net profit to fall by 44% this fiscal year. Toyota's announcement Thursday comes amid higher tariffs on cars coming into the US, as well as higher levies on parts steel and aluminum. Japanese auto exports into the US face a 15% tariff after a trade deal made last month. Toyota isn't the only automaker bracing for impact. General Motors has projected a hit of $4 to $5 billion from tariffs. For Ford, it's $3 billion, and grouped together, the world's top 10 automakers together project net profit to fall to its lowest level since the pandemic year of 2020.
Awesome. Thank you for that, James. Thank you for that, James. Tariffs affecting some of the biggest companies in the world. Jack, how are those push-ups?
Exhilarating.
Nice.
Got 25 more to do.
25 more. I'll join you, Jack. I'm down about $100 right now, so I will join you on those. Um, when we get a little bit of a break here. We did see gold bounce really quick, 12-point sell-off, 15-point sell-off in gold, back up trading 34.45. Equities looking a little heavy here, trading under that 600 level in the Nasdaq 23,595 and under 6400s in the S&P, currently trading 63.90. I know, guys, we were talking about, maybe being patient, waiting for better trade location. I thought I had a good setup there, seeing some volume coming in. We were looking at some pullbacks to 63.80s. Would this be a potential, get back into this long trade, or are we seeing structure shift a little bit here?
Yep,
Hmm.
I think
Yeah,
so.
I think
Neither
the
of them have
80s that
been.
we pulled
Neither,
out earlier.
yeah, I like that. Neither of them have been able to close the session gap. To close the session gap in the S&Ps, you got to get down to 63.79.5, right around that 80 level. I do like that level.
So
S&P
a
is currently
little
trading.
Nasdaq's holding
news
up
off
really
the
well.
wire. Yeah. Well, Nvidia and a few other companies are still doing really well today. The Trump team likes Waller. His desire for rate cuts based on forecasts and favors him for Fed chair.
Interesting.
Waller emerging as the leader.
Uh, Jack, I know sometimes you and Andre talk about, when we do have some of these Fed speakers speaking specific market reactions to anytime they talk. What are we seeing when Waller comes to the podium? Any patterns that you see in the markets?
Well, it's not as much the Fed chairs I don't have as much feel for as like some of the White House economic advisors.
Okay.
Um, although Lutnick's been doing a better job pumping. I saw him say something this morning about pausing that it was likely that we would have another extension of the tariffs on or the tariff relief on China. That was earlier this morning.
Okay.
But I
Got
think,
you.
I mean, overall, I think Waller would be a good choice. I think I'm sure he's being pushed in that direction. I don't think that's something that would upset the markets as much as, say, somebody was completely random or, I mean, Waller's already been a Fed governor.
Right. Okay, got you. If you're wondering where Andre is, he's out today. He's out today. He's doing all right. Coach Hoop says he's traveling, but he will be back. He will be back. But we will try to bring you some Andre energy here. Equity selling off. S&Ps huge offer coming in. That was a terrible Andre impression, so I'm going to go
Oh,
back to being myself. 63.90
Thank you.
in 63.90 is currently trading in
gold just
the
recovered that
S&P.
whole break.
Yeah, it did, Hogue.
Yeah.
That could be a huge failed downside auction. Could be.
Yeah, we
Is,
should
is
come
there a
up.
long
We should come up
opportunity
with
there,
a.
Hogue?
It might be. Yeah. I mean, we got to watch in about 5 minutes if I want to see where this 30-minute bar closes. That's going to look a lot better on that daily bar too.
Sell-off that we had started at 34.52s. We are currently trading back above that right now, 34.52 half.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing
We got
it could be a decent buy opportunity here. Maybe a little bit of patience on this one, but it looks decent.
Yeah. It's 34 51.90 is the IB low. As soon as it gave up that IB low, it just tanked, closed the session gap, almost got the settlement. Man, buyers just came back in for this thing. Let's see whether this next 30-minute bar opens here at 9:20. Not going to be able to see it on a 30-minute chart, but I'm watching it on another chart here.
S&P is continuing to make new lows on the New York session so far, currently trading 63.87 half. Only a 59% short tilt, 55% short in the NASDAQ. Gold, we did see that 80% tilt before that sell-off, currently 65% long. Gianluca in the chat is not happy with the markets right now. Gianluca, do some push-ups. Do some push-ups. You may feel a little bit better. Breathe, do some push-ups.
Stuff that's making my
come
throat
back.
dry.
Grab a spin drift, Jack. Grab a spin drift. The Nasdaq does not look as weak as the S&Ps right now. The Dow, Ross, really great call there on the Dow being the leader. Looked like it was the first one to go. Left that opening range to the low initially. Looks like the S&P wants to follow. The Nasdaq not convinced as of yet.
Yeah, I hope somebody followed my advice. I didn't.
Gotta love when that happens, right? Gotta love when that happens. Right.
Ross, is that really your office?
This is, I went out this weekend and bought a new graphics card, so supporting that NVIDIA stock, and this is my virtual background. I can now create as part of my new graphics card.
Nice. Us too. Tops Up TV has run several NVIDIA graphics cards.
The Dow is getting cooked here, making new lows on the day in the Dow, where the S&P and the Nasdaq still had that really strong overnight move. The Dow is taking out that overnight move right now. New lows on the day, 44,242. Could that be the leader for the day? The Dow currently down just 0.14%. So it looks like a bigger move than it is. If you're zooming out and looking at a higher time frame, but we are down pretty much 1% since the open of the New York session. S&P and the Nasdaq still positive on the day. Nasdaq plus 0.82%, so almost a full percentage move up in the Nasdaq right now, holding pretty strong.
The Russell is back to flat. When I mentioned it earlier, they were both up about 0.8, and now the Russell cannot catch a friggin' break, man. Now they're red. Great.
Takes a lot to move 2,000 stocks in one direction, right, Jack? It's better to just sit here.
Yeah, but all 2,000 of them are like a quarter NVIDIA or something. I have to look it up.
I think we got enough people in the chat to move some of those companies around if we all get on the same side of the boat. It's not financial advice. I believe the house is still short crude oil. Crude currently trading 64.34, near the lows of the session. So good trade there in the house account so far. Ross, what do we look at now?
I'm seeing some liquidity building below us. I think we're going to go down and grab this 85 and 80.
not a failed downside auction.
Got you, Hogue. What price did we need to close above Hogue for that failed downside auction?
34, 51.90.
51.90. We saw that rejection.
Yeah.
Do we still have some time
Right.
on that, right? Because we're looking for a 30-minute candle to close.
Yeah, but remember, gold opens at 7:20,
Got you.
so it's at
Got you, got you.
9:20 when the next 30-minute bar technically opens.
Makes sense.
Just
Thank you for
did,
that, Hogue.
leaving single prints below the IB, acceptance of lower pricing. Really whippy right now. It's like something's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
Go ahead, Jack.
Bostic's still speaking. Small businesses also have less ability to absorb import tariffs or import taxes without raising prices.
Well, that's not going to be
I,
good for your Russell.
no,
No.
not at all. I'm not trying to pull
And
a Roaring
healthcare.
Kitty chat. We will not be supporting any pump and dump opportunities here. There's a negative side effects that come with doing that. If you see me with a red bandana on my head, don't ask any questions. Let's talk about the tip of the week. Tip of the week: take profits strategically. So if you are in a short right now in some of these markets that we are seeing sell off, maybe locking in some partial gains, using trailing stops, scaling out of positions, and not getting greedy. We might have had an example of me maybe looking for a little bit more than the market was willing to present in that long in the Nasdaq. I was long, could have taken some profits, didn't necessarily, and turning out to a losing day so far. But take profits strategically. That is our tip of the week. Ross, I saw you take 5 micro ES in that trade. Are you normally trading micros, and do you scale in and out of trades normally if you're in profit, or are you all in all out?
Yeah, I'm usually trading micros. It can depend on the day and what I'm seeing for volatility. Sometimes I am a full ES. I do like the flexibility of scaling out with the micros because I usually won't get more than one ES into a trade on the 50K account. Sometimes two if I'm just looking for a 2-3 point scalp or something like that. That's not my typical style. I do like the micros just for scaling in and out. I'll find a lot of times I'll put on an initial position and may take a quick profit and then may get that back in at my entry again if we pull back a little bit. So
Okay.
you may see my trade count go higher just because I'm taking a micro on and off
Yep.
as the trade
Yeah.
develops.
Do the exact same. Multiple executions of the same trade idea, scaling in and out, taking profits along the way. We are coming down to these 63.80s that you guys were looking at. S&P currently trading 63.84. Do we close this regular trading hour session gap down to 63.72 would be the question. I know Hogue is looking at that price gap of 63.80s. We do have settlement in the S&P down at 63.71.
New low, go crude by a tick.
New lows. New lows. Are we still short all five, Hogue?
Yes.
Yes, great
Yeah,
trade there in the house.
we've got a bid in somewhere in the 63.90s area to take two off.
Okay. Nice trade there. Good trade management. Taking profits strategically. We are seeing the Dow continue to make new lows here. And Teaming with T says, WTF is the NASDAQ doing? It's trying to figure out what everyone else is doing right now. The NASDAQ's holding us up. We got NVIDIA making new all-time highs. And the
I mean,
NASDAQ saying, hey,
it's hard to
go
it's
ahead,
hard
Jack.
to beat down the Nasdaq when Nvidia's up nearly 2%, Apple's up over 2%. It's hard.
Yes, it is. The Dow is continuing to sell, make new lows. Pretty much every tick is a new low in the Dow here. Uh, Now down about a little over 1/4%. And it looked like it was the first to go. First to go here. 63.80s here in the S&P. Nice call on that price, Ross. I know you were saying that, maybe a sweep of this potentially for a long, uh, but some
Yeah,
pretty
we have
pretty heavy
sort of
downside
this.
momentum right now.
I like this failed downside during the Asia session around 77 to 79. We kind of see a couple failed 5-minute candles. We have the wicks here, so let's see how we kind of react off of that. We're right in the middle of it right now.
We cracked 63.80 right there.
Looks like we saw some stops go off there.
Mm-hmm.
About 1,000 contracts traded in a second, and the S&P is currently trading 63.78. New lows of the session for the New York session. Did not take out the overnight low as of yet, but it looks like we're headed there.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the support, popping in bookmap yet. Any big orders holding us up or pushing us up. So we're just continuing to sell off a little bit.
Nasdaq starting
We're
to
now
follow
below
suit
the
now.
we're below the third level VWAP right now. So that's where I like to take trades for a mean reversion sort of trade.
Nasdaq following now 23,550 catching up here. I guess finally said it. Okay, we're all going to sell. Why don't I sell as well? Seeing some orders on the book in the Nasdaq here, on the bid a little bit under where we're at right now. 62 lots at 530. I got some size down there. Let's see if we go take those out. 61% short tilt in the S&P, 69% short in the Nasdaq, crude 63% short, and gold 58% short. Crude oil trade is looking good in the house. Everyone else on the screen currently flat. No trades. We did try some longs earlier, and good stop out on those. Right, we didn't hold on to that bias. It could be way bigger losses here.
Still
What are you
short
thinking,
the
Hope?
Back up.
crude. See. Check out yesterday's lows, today's lows.
Looking at crude oil, Hogue?
Yep.
Got you. Jack, you were saying if we get back above 63.80s here in the S&P?
Yeah, that's what I wish. I mean, I wish I hadn't taken that first trade, obviously, because it was a loser. But this is kind of what I talked out at the beginning: is if we can get back and hold above that 63.80.
Yeah.
I mentioned Eli Lilly is down 15%.
Wow. What's going on over there? They have earnings or get some
They had
news?
earnings.
Gotcha. Got comments from Bostic. The jobs report was a surprise to everyone. The revisions were quite large, showing churn and turbulence in the economy. I don't know how consumers would respond to another round of price increases. Well, we don't want prices to keep going up, so probably not well.
I feel like they should have more synergy between the BLS and the Fed. Like, was I the only one who thought it was kind of weird that they had a Fed meeting like the day before, 2 days before the unemployment announcement?
No, I thought about that as well, Jack. Especially if the Fed is right. They say it all the time. They're data dependent, and then we're releasing data 2 days after a decision. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. It seems a little backwards, but
All right.
we'll see.
I
We're
wasn't
back
talking to
above
Eli
you.
63.
Talking to myself.
Go ahead, Jack.
Eli
Oak sounds like
Lilly.
he's got a hot biscuit.
No, their earnings and revenues were really good. Must be something in the forward guidance that's got it on its heels here.
Well, they're gonna have major problems with some of the, I think the drug things Trump's been talking about.
Yeah, drugs are bad.
Okay.
Okay.
Back above these 80s here, Jack. Back above these 80s here, Jack. Trading 63.81. What would you be looking for? I know we took that early trade, got stopped out there. We were talking about a sweep below 80s and then a pushback above. Is that enough of a push above to take that trade? Where would your risk go on something like this if you were to take it?
Well, we've kind of been instructed like we're here more to follow in the footsteps of our live traders. Um, this is
Yeah.
something, yeah, I would maybe take this right here, right now. I mean, you could go super tight on the stop and like dare it not to make new lows, but usually I like to give at least 10 points in the ES.
Okay.
ATR in the 15-minute right now is like 8.4.
Yeah, I like your idea there, Jack. I was just seeing some liquidity building below us, and I want to see we're soaking that up right now. So I want to see the
Yeah,
second bounce
it
above
didn't
there.
give the real clean like drop down and immediately come back to it.
Hmm.
Still below right now.
Yeah, I've got a stop buy in there. If we break this up, I think we'll see a little more push after we absorbed a bunch of these orders here. And if we break the low again, then that stop buy is coming off.
S&P is currently trading 63.77. Nasdaq trading 23.550. Are seeing a little bit of a bounce in gold here, and crude oil house is still short crude. Currently trading 64.24.
My question is, where do we run into all those very committed buyers yesterday?
Well, yesterday I think we
Yoo-hoo!
touched settlement and went to the moon.
23. That
Settlement in
was
the
yesterday.
S&P.
It was the lower level I traded off of was 23, and we bounced, I think, right at 25 ish, something like that.
Settlement in the S&P 63.71. We got settlement in the Nasdaq way down there, 23.422. So that's another 140-ish points, 130 points from where we are right now. Let's see if we get that settlement test. Chat, let us know how you guys positioned right now. Are you long? Are you short? Are you flat? What are you guys looking at? Tippity top. I'm going to send you a link to a casting call. If you want to come and join us on the show, we are always looking for traders to join us on Top Step TV. So please come on and show us how it's done. If you're in the short, great trade right now. We did see some really nice selling under 6,400 in the S&Ps. We got Ross here, number 64 on the big board, uh, trading it up. Take one loss, and that's all right, Ross. It is a lot of time left in the day, and the risk is managed.
Yep. Yeah,
So some more from
we're just
Bostic here.
What do we got,
It's
Jack?
been surprising how the markets have shrugged off the price of impact of tariffs. I'm expecting volatility to remain heightened. That's from Bostic. One thing I note is that's the second, I forget who spoke yesterday, but the second straight Fed speaker I've seen mention that they were concerned about the market's reaction to all this, i.e., like the value of the equity indices.
Expecting volatility to remain heightened. Let's see here. We do still have Chike coming in. Chike will be joining us in just a little bit here. Got some more announcements for you all. Some more trades. So Hogue, I want to throw this to you real quick. We have the initial balance established right now in the equities. How would you be looking at this?
All right, so initial balance, yes, it is established. So I'm going to move these. This is the ES, so I'm just going to focus on the ES for now. There's the IB high. Here it comes the IB low. All right, so we opened overnight inventory long. We've recovered all of those longs. That's now reconciled. We've closed the gap. I'm looking to see if we can reject the gap, reject value high, which is pretty much the top of the range from yesterday, about 63.79.
Okay.
And maybe keep the initial balance low as the low of the day. It is not a strong, however, low. There is a degree of excess down there, so I'd like to see us kind of reaccept above yesterday's high, leave this as the low, and see the market rotate back to the upside. It's a
Okay.
completely different story in the Nasdaq. But you're right. I mean, yesterday we had some overnight longs. They reconciled pretty much before the open, and settlement was where the market started to come in with the buys. We're trying to get the settlement. Don't know if we're going to, but I think what I'd really like to see is if we were to take out the initial balance low, check the settlement, and then leave a failed downside auction, then we'd see the rotation back up to the IB high. That would be perfect. That would be best case scenario for me.
Thank you for that, Hogue.
Hmm.
Well, we are
Ross,
getting
you
a
still have
battle
that?
at 63.80.
Yeah, we are. That's pretty much exactly
Yeah,
where the selling stopped.
Hmm.
I think I've been one tick away from getting this stop buy filled, and it's good it hasn't yet. It's looking a little weak.
Yeah, a
So
little
the
bit.
Nasdaq actually just took out the initial balance low by about 2 points. Right there. It has not closed the gap. It has not recovered or reconciled all the overnight longs. But it is possibly giving us the gift of a failed downside auction right now.
How long do you have to wait on that one, Hogue? Are we waiting another 24 minutes for that failed downside
You gotta,
auction? And
yeah. I
gotta
mean,
wait.
to really confirm it, you gotta wait till the next 30-minute bar closes back
Yeah.
above the IB low, which is 23,542 half.
We said it earlier, right? You know, waiting is not such a bad thing. I heard you mention it to Barron yesterday, demanding good trade location. These
Mm-hmm.
6380s, we all got a little bit eager. I think buying, maybe going against our analysis a little bit, but it is presenting an opportunity here for the longs that we were looking at. The question is, where do you set that risk? I would think if I'm looking at an S&P long here, risk would have to go below lows of the session. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
which is pretty wide. But like Ross is saying, we're not really seeing any momentum to the upside, right? So, am I looking for a long, or is the market telling me it's a long? Uh, does my bias align with what the market is saying? Is what I try to remind myself.
Jay,
Uh,
you look for longs, you're gonna find them.
at every price you want to buy, Hogue. At every price you want to buy. It doesn't mean it's going to be a good one.
No.
Anything else from Bostic? I'll be watching over the next several months how Treasury issuance influences liquidity. That's pretty in the weeds.
We do
Yeah.
have that bond auction today. Is that right?
Yes, and
30-year.
after that weird dip yesterday, I don't know. Anything can happen on a bond auction. It's definitely something that if you're gonna be trading any of these markets around noon today, just be aware that you'll probably see a wiggle at noon central.
That
Right.
last
As we
30-year
are.
bond was not a good one. That auction was not good.
Do you
Yeah,
remember
and
when that
since
was, Hogue?
then we've
About a month ago. Exactly, I'm not sure.
last month we've seen the yields come in a sizable amount.
Mm-hmm.
We are back 63.80.
They're just chopping around here.
All right, here's the red highlighted stuff in Bostic. The jobs data did indicate risks to the labor market are much higher than seen before the last meeting. I still feel that one rate cut for this year remains appropriate, but there's a lot of data coming in between now and the September meeting.
Jack, are we still seeing on FedWatch tool a pretty high probability of a cut in September?
Yes, I'm looking up right now. Yeah, 93%. That high enough for you?
Sounds pretty sure. Yeah, that is high enough, 93%. And just a week ago it was in the 70s. So sounds like we will be getting a rate cut in September. September 17th is that next Fed meeting.
Before the Friday unemployment number, it was 40%.
Hmm. Data dependent.
Okay.
All right, we're in on that stop buy. Let's see if we can get a little push up here. I'm going to be sort of aggressive with trailing this, as I don't want to see us come down and get the liquidity that's sitting at 75. I'd like to see us push up to 91.
So Ross back in long
Um,
in the S&P. What price did you get there, Ross?
63.83, and now we're pushing down aggressively.
The sellers are knocking it down.
Yeah, we have a level at 85 that we really need to push through in order to see
Low
that
volume
upside.
node.
I'm just seeing about 115 orders on the book there. And I feel like that would establish us back above this London low. If we swept that, we have a little imbalance between 85 and 82 on this 5-minute chart here.
Hogue in
I may
the
be in
chat, they're
this a
saying you
little
haven't
early.
mentioned the gap fill much. Is there a gap that we still need to fill here that you're seeing, Hogue?
In the NASDAQ, yeah. On S&Ps, we closed the session gap.
Gotcha.
We have not in the NASDAQ. We traded back to yesterday's session range.
That Hogue. We could put need
Depends
to in quotations. Gaps don't necessarily need to fill, but if we were going to fill it, it is those prices lower. So thank you for that, Hogue.
Yep.
68% long tilt in
NASDAQ.
the S&P now.
NASDAQ's got a long way to go to close the session gap. 23,445 and a quarter. Another
Yeah,
150
update.
points.
lows there.
Delta update, we do have negative 6,000 in the S&P, positive 1,500 in the NASDAQ. So congruent with direction here in the S&Ps. We are seeing sellers coming into this market. And
a whole lot of volume
we're gonna
going off on here.
Let's bring in Gabe real quick. Gabe, when you're ready to go, you got an announcement to make for all of us. What do we got, Gabe?
I do. I do indeed. The wait is over. As we talked about earlier this week, the new Top Step dashboard is now live for all traders. It is faster, cleaner, and right now, if you haven't signed up, you can get 25% off your first 5 Top Step X trading combines of any size for the first month. Just use the link -25 at checkout. But there's no more wait list. You're in. This is international traders and everybody who is eligible that is available to you now. If you use the code -25 during early access, it will not work again. Just a heads up, just for full clarity's sake. But this new dashboard has the reset bank. It has real-time trade processing, instant payout deductions, all the goodness that we've been featuring for this new dashboard, and it'll continue to get better. But that's what I got for you guys. I'm going to send it right back to you, Jay, in these markets.
Awesome stuff. Thank you for that, Gabe. New dashboard available to all of our traders. And if you haven't been on it already, make sure you get that 25% discount on your new combines. We got Ross in a long here in the S&P, right above your entry price right here, 63.8375 current trade, 67% long tilt in the S&P.
I like it, Ross.
I do too. Bostic ended on a positive note. I'm hopeful that by mid to late next year, price pressures will have eased.
Okay. Oh, that sounds good. Hope is always good. Ross, what's your target on this trade here?
I have a couple targets here, 87 and 91. I'd like to just see us get above this 85. I'll just peel off my first contract. 91 is another, 150 contracts on the book. So I'm going with sitting with the big boys on their target there, and then I'll just trail and the other three with my stop from there.
All right, sounds good. We got an overnight view up around 63.98. Ross looking for 91s here. I do like this trade. Hogue, this is not technically a failed downside auction, right? Because we didn't look below the low of that initial balance in the S&P, but we are seeing a little bit of a reversal pattern here.
We do have the failed downside auction, however, in the NASDAQ, but not in the S&P is correct.
Gotcha. Awesome. Thank you for that, Hogue. Again, that initial balance is the first hour of trade in the market that you're looking at. So 8:30 to 9:30 Central Time. Jack, anything in the house, or are we flat right now?
Push here.
We're flat. It will be interesting if Trump names Waller in the next couple days, because Powell's term goes through May of next year. But it'll be interesting having sort of a shadow head of the central bank. It'll be when he speaks, it won't be like your normal Fed speaker.
Seeing some selling coming in here now. Oh, who's there? Who do we have at the door? I'll get it.
Selling.
Chike.
Chike, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, Chike. How are you doing today? How are we feeling, Chike? We're doing good. I can't really hear you, Chike. If you could turn his volume up just a little bit.
I took my trade off early there. I don't like this heading towards the 75, and we're pushing down hard again on the Dow.
Okay. Ross
Broke
out
new
there.
lows again.
Let's give us another sound check, Chike.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello?
Sounds better now. Nice to meet you, Chike. I think
Okay.
this is the first time we're on air together. How you doing today? How you
nice
looking
to
at these
meet you.
markets so far?
I'm kind of taking it slow because I haven't really
Okay.
looked at the markets this week because I was just on a little getaway. So I only
Okay.
traded Monday, so I'm just using this time kind of just to get my bias on the markets and all that type of stuff. I did take a trade,
Nice.
my usual 245 trade, but that was in the car because I was on my way back from my getaway. I literally just landed now, so yeah.
Okay. And how did that trade work out? I know you take that 15 minute. It's like a 15 minute. At 15 minutes after the open, you're looking at a trade. I'm assuming it triggered you into a short.
No, into a long. So yeah, I did
into a
get
long.
stopped out on that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Good
I
stuff. Coming
actually
back
got stopped
on
out.
the.
It's 54. Yeah.
Okay. So not bad. We are seeing some selling to continue to come here in the S&P, 63.73. Nasdaq holding up a little bit better, but just a little bit. Still making new lows on the New York session. 23,546. Ross, nice cut on that trade. Just not seeing the flow that you were looking for. These markets are still looking pretty heavy, so it's all right to get out early and not take a full stop out on that trade. Still see a long tilt in the S&P, long 58%, 59% short in the NASDAQ, kind of 50-50 here, but the markets are still looking pretty heavy. Hogue was talking about that gap fill that we could see in the NASDAQ. That's all the way down at 23,444. So about 120 points to go. If we do get that gap fill, we'll see what the market brings. All right, so Chike stopped out on your initial trade. Are you looking for another opportunity? I know you said you just got back from some time off, getting your bearings in the market. How are you approaching the rest of the day?
Yeah, I want to take a short from 703s, but that's the only trade I'm really looking for today. So if we
Okay.
get to 703s, then I'll be taking that short. Maybe 10 point stop, 15 point stop, and then yeah.
Okay.
But I do want us to go
703.
back down. Yeah.
703. So we're talking about 120 points from where we are right now. Do you see
Yeah.
if that's where your target is for a short, are you the type of trader that says, "Well, if we need to get there, there's a long opportunity in that," or do you just wait for it to get to your level, for that short?
It depends. Like, if there's a good place where the risk to reward makes sense, then yeah, I would take
Okay,
that long up towards it. But like, it's more of if we get there, then that's a valid trade downwards. But right now, it's not really a valid trade upwards for me. So
got you,
yeah,
got you. Okay, sounds good. Well, if you do take anything, do let us know. I know that most of your trades,
yeah,
or not, shouldn't say most, all of your trades are based on math. So you're not just going to be randomly jumping in or out of any trades here.
yeah.
Ross, if you do take any trades, if you get back into that one, just let us know.
Yeah, I'm randomly jumping back in right here. No,
Oh no, 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 that
I
doesn't work.
like the strength. I like the strength on that push there. Seeing some building liquidity around 90 again. So we're gonna try this long again, and this might be my last attempt for the day.
Okay.
We'll see.
What price do you get back in here, long Ross?
In 5 again at 63.80 and a quarter. So about where I stopped out before. I'm back in the trade.
Got you.
Seeing a
Uh,
little strength in the NQ. We're making some higher lows on the NQ. It looks like, but we'll see. We just got a lot of
there's
weakness, man.
something about this general area where we
You
did see
could,
the market slow down here, right? You guys are looking at 63.80, so are seeing something. We're just not seeing that push of momentum to the upside yet. Delta is still increasingly negative. Now 6,400 in the S&Ps, pairing off a little bit. We had a positive delta in the Nasdaq. Now 1,200, positive 1,200. Chiga, you said you went on a little bit of a holiday. Was it a staycation? Did you travel somewhere? Uh,
yeah. I just went up north. So I'm from London, or
okay,
I just went to Wales. They got
okay,
nice like roads there to drive on. So yeah,
okay. Nice. Taking a nice little drive, getting away from the markets, separation from the charts for a little bit.
yeah,
Good
yeah. You
stuff.
got to,
Yeah, got to take some time off. Got to take some time off, Jack. I know you did
yeah.
it recently, spending some time in Mexico. I spent some time in Jamaica. It's just nice to get away from the charts, so we can appreciate what we do here, right? When we come back to it. Uh,
I'm going to Jamaica in December actually. So
oh, nice, nice. Just
yeah,
for some vacation, or
yeah, vacation
yeah,
also. Yeah.
nice, beautiful place.
Nice. Well, we're getting close to settlement in the ES right now. Russell already busted through that a while ago. Our poor Russell
I
is at
prefer a long from. Oh,
yeah.
sorry.
No, go ahead. Where do you prefer long from?
Oh, in the NQ from 520s. If I was actually gonna take a long, I would take it from 520s or 515s.
Okay.
This is kind of that extreme.
Interesting. What are you what are you seeing there at those 520s that you do like, Chico?
Just the profiles, the volume profiles.
Okay,
Like it's looking quite, it's looking healthy. Like
got you.
it's gonna be a struggle to get below there. So 520s, that's probably the best place to take it from. If I
Okay.
was looking for a long from all the way up to 700s.
No, when you were on before, you were talking about some Gaussian mixture models. And
Yeah, yeah,
Dan
yeah.
Emmons in the chat says he looked it up after you were on air the other day. I had to look it up as well because I don't know that I've ever heard that mixture of words used in one sentence together. So I had to look it up as well. But some good stuff there. Jack, I know you're a mathlete. Did you
Yeah.
know what Chico was talking about when he mentioned that?
I knew the words. It's like whenever you use Gaussian, it's like
Yeah.
that meme of Winnie the Pooh in the top hat. I love it. So um, haven't used the models, but
There's actually a
would
cool way
love
to
to hear
use them,
more
but
about them. Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna save that for later. There's a cool way to use them,
Okay.
but yeah,
Save it.
Build the
maybe
suspense.
one day I'll drop it. Yeah,
We are seeing S&P still selling a little bit here, kind of just tagged right above settlement. Settlement
yeah,
63.71 in the S&P, 63 63.71 half was the low there. We still got overnight lows at 64 quarter. Seeing a little bit of a bounce, just no bid in this market right now. Nasdaq holding up a little bit better. Check in on the Dow, still making new lows. Dow is just getting absolutely cooked. 44.56 is the low in the Dow. Currently down over 0.5%, and the Russell nearing 0.5% down as well. S&P and Nasdaq still green on the day. We did have that nice overnight move, giving back a lot of that move right now though.
Yeah, looking for any buyers to step in here and seeing some bids at 70. So giving it just a second to see how we react to those, and if we push through that, then I'm out of this one and probably cutting it off
There's
for the day. I'm not reading it today. Yeah.
That's okay. I mean, like, buying the dip has usually been working.
Yeah, yeah, it has
Yeah,
been.
as mean reversion trader, you have to try to buy the dip, and if it doesn't work, you have to recalibrate and say it's the trend day today. Yeah, pushing through those 70s.
Yeah, I think all of the losses I've taken recently are on days similar to today where you're looking to buy, just because the higher time frame is saying that this is an uptrending market, and every once in a while we're going to get a pullback, right? Right, healthy pullbacks in uptrending markets make sense, but that's why we manage risk, right? Because we're going to be wrong every once in a while, but as long as you can come back and trade the next day. I had a pretty big losing day on, what was that? Today's Thursday. On Tuesday. Trying to buy the market, and was able to recover all of it yesterday, getting back in long. So manage risk, give yourself an opportunity to come back and trade the next day. It's the name of the game here.
I did the same.
I
I think I
misspoke
was.
earlier
Go ahead,
when
Jack.
I was saying Bostic was ending on a cheery note. He's still going. Bostic's
Oh,
like Bruce Springsteen out here right now. But said it would not be surprising if dissents continue at the FOMC meetings. Given the complexity of the moment, it's harder to make policy decisions than it was 12 months ago because risks to both mandates are changing. Agreed. That's the pickle the Fed's in.
Bostic's still
Tough for
going.
them to do anything. Yeah, Bostic is slinging it right now.
You were saying, Jack,
I
it's
like
tough for
that.
the Fed to
Bostic
do
is
anything.
Bostic. Well, with the tools they have, uh, is meant to generally apply pressure on one of their mandates at the expense of others. So, like, it's full employment and inflation, but you attack high inflation by doing things that hurt employment, and you attack unemployment by doing things that could lead to inflation. If they're both going the wrong direction, or if there's challenges, risk to both, well, what the F do you do? And that's kind of why we've seen them just hanging pat right now.
Gotcha. Speaking of hanging pat, Chike, your patience here. I know you were talking about that 23 fit 520 potential long here in the Nasdaq. We did tag that level, kind of hanging out here right now. 23 516 was the low of that move. Um,
Yeah,
you came in saying you would want to short much higher than where we are. The only place you would look to
yeah.
long
This
is
is the
right around
only
here.
this is the only
Yeah,
long that could potentially get us up there, in my opinion. But I don't
got you.
really want to take it because
Yeah,
my first day back. I'm just want to take it slow.
yeah, I hear you.
Maybe I'll just
Nothing wrong
take
with
like
that.
a little one MAQ
Yep.
just for the fun
Don't
of it.
rush into a trade if you're not seeing it. Ton of opportunity here. Uh, S&P trading below settlement now. This has just been a slow move to the downside. Just kind of slow, orderly. Uh, volume agrees with the move so far. We did trade under settlement for a second here in the Nasdaq. Sorry, in the S&P. Trading right at it now, 63.71. Ross, you still in this one? Did it tag you out? How we doing?
I'm right on the edge of closing this one out. We're
Okay,
got a little liquidity here, and we keep stacking it and then soaking it up and stacking it and soaking it up. It looks like another little level with a battle. Um, watching the NQ and YM also. YM is just getting it, it's on a death spiral right now. It's not looking great.
Yeah. Yeah, it has been from the open. That is not the open I was expecting, but that's why we have expectations of the market, and on the days where our expectations align, it's when we have good days. Speaking of which, JD, whose expectations aligned with the markets yesterday? You got some stats to share for some of our live traders.
Sure do. We've got some pretty decent P&Ls coming from our live funded traders yesterday. Here are the top 5 live funded traders at Top Step yesterday. Wansi up at the top there, number 2 on our new big board. Picked up $27,873 in profits trading the NQ. Right behind him, Trader J, who's number 1 on the current big board, $16,856 trading the NASDAQ. Nestor C, number 17, $13,771 trading the NQ. Quentin, $5,376 trading gold. And SpyGig 91, our old friend Lisa, $52.38 trading the S&P. Big numbers coming from our live funded traders yesterday. All right. We've also got some payout numbers to share.
You're tearing it up.
Shout out to Guan,
Come
too.
back to
27,000
TV.
yesterday. Big numbers.
Here are yesterday's top 5 payouts, live funded payouts. Anonymous. You'd probably know who he was if I showed his name, but he prefers to remain anonymous. $66,000 payout. Kelsey, $33,488. Paul, $18,793. Benjamin R, $13,500. And Aburi, $10,028. Huge payout numbers coming from the live funded traders. These are real traders pulling real money out of the real live markets, lining their pockets with it. Pro ball trading all around. There you go, folks.
Awesome stuff. Thank you for that, JD, and shout out to all of those traders pulling money out of the real live markets. AJ Controller says Anonymous must have some distant cousins. That's pretty funny. Ross, looks like you survived here. Chike, did you get into that long?
Yeah, 25.
Okay. Nice. How many?
1.
Okay, long Chike long 1 micro Nasdaq from 525, currently trading 542. Ross still hanging on here to that long as well. Crude oil, house is still short crude oil. 64.11 last trade. And gold, we did see that spike of selling in gold earlier. We did recover that almost as quickly as it sold off. Currently trading 34.50. Right, Chike, you have a target on this long trade in the Nasdaq here, or?
Yeah, just to get to my short, so 703s essentially.
Okay, all right. So we're looking for a decent trade here. I know I've heard you on air before talking about you take trades looking for 100-point targets. That's a little bit above that 100-point target. Let's see if we get there. Seeing some selling continue to come in here. Seeing some selling continue to come in. S&P holding on by a thread, trying to stay green on the day above the settlement 63.71. But let's see what we do. Maria C says, I just requested my first 5K payout. That means I earned a hat. Maria, you did earn a hat. I believe we are still doing the 5K payout club with the hats. First of all, congrats on the 5K payout. You can make your own hat. But the Top Step hat, yes, if you the Top Step hat, you should be able to apply for that as well. And I think we are still sending those out. Somebody will correct me if I'm wrong, but
Yeah. Well,
buy a
eventually
bunch of hats
we
for
will
5K,
get
Maria.
on them. My heart goes out to everybody that in like physical logistics. Man, just to send a hat, you wouldn't be surprised what a pain in the ass that is. Especially as a global company.
Yeah, international shipping and all that. As the ambassador, I'll give our responses that the program is currently being revamped right now, so shipping times may be delayed. I believe the form is even closed right now, but it will be reopening soon.
Yeah, there we go. I
There you
forgot
go.
Ross
You guys
is
ship
Ambassador.
internationally?
That's our Discord answer right there.
Not yet, Chike, but we are reworking that program. That's the ambassador
Okay.
answer from Ross there. I should probably know more
Okay.
than what I just said and said, "Oh yeah, you'll get a hat." Maria, maybe I'll send you a hat. No, currently that program is being reworked. I know there's going to be tiers now as well, right? So I saw MPTs, maybe some jackets and other swag, uh, just to show off your payouts. But to me, what's most important is that money hitting your bank account, making it real. We're not just sitting here clicking buttons and watching candles move up and down. There's some money tied to the end of good decisions. So shout out to you, Maria.
Mm-hmm.
63,
That first
60. Go ahead. Go ahead, Chica.
No, I was just gonna say that first payout does hit different. It's like you're
Yeah.
actually seeing like the
Yeah.
reward of your hard work.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I was talking to some of the VIPs, right? We're starting VIP season 3 coming up here. And I had my introductory meeting with the group. And I asked them, it's like, I did a survey, asked how many people have taken payouts, and I think 30 people filled out the survey, and I think I have 7 that have taken payouts. So my goal is to try to get them to, a point where they're taking payouts. But I asked a follow-up question, how many of you have had an account that's eligible for a payout but didn't take it? And a large majority were in that boat, right? Where, they're like, hey, I have an account balance where I could take, I have a $5,000 account balance. I could take 2,500, but I want 10K. Chike, you just said it, right? That first payout changes things a little bit, right? It kind of makes it
Yeah.
real what we're doing here. What
No
made
matter
you
how
take that
big it
first
is,
payout
still take it.
out of your account?
For me, like it was just to make it feel more real. You get me? Like it wasn't
Yeah.
like no like 5. This was before you guys like limited it to 5K. So I was seeing like I used to see guys take like what 10, 15, 20 out. But like for
Yeah.
me, I think I took like 800 at the time. But it was more of
Okay.
just like making it feel real. You get me?
Right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my first big one was somewhere around Christmas. Around the 20th or 22nd December, and that one hit different. It's like this is all
Yeah.
end of the year. I'm making money. This is gonna work, and
Nice.
paying for Christmas was great.
Yeah, that's a perfect time to take a payout. Uh,
Yeah.
buy some more gifts. Quick check-in on these markets here. 23,535 in the Nasdaq. Chike is long from 525. We got a what is this here? 200 lot, 206 offered at 23,549. Ross is still in this S&P trade as well. See if we can get some buying above settlement 63.71. Uh, Gold kind of just flattened out now, 34.51.60, and the crude oil 64.11. House is still short crude from 64.24, I believe was our entry price. And
Yeah,
Emmons
we're
not liking
struggling to
the ES
see
order
any
flow today. Yeah, go
struggling to
ahead,
see
Ross.
any buyers here. Yeah,
Yeah, they're
I just
just
don't see any buyers really stepping in. See orders on the book that we're kind of bouncing off of, but none of that aggressive buying right now.
Richard Harris in the chat looking for a 63.65 long in the S&P. That is our low of the New York session so far. Tilt 50-50 in the S&P, 61% short in the Nasdaq here. Uh, pretty much flat across the board in other places.
Well, 2 straight days of some pretty rambunctious buying this week after the unemployment number Friday.
Yeah.
So I guess not surprising to see things cool down here.
Yeah, not surprising. Especially the way that we were making all-time highs, Jack. If you look at that 2 week kind of rally that we had, that was some of the most indecisive buying I think I've seen in these markets, and it was kind of wiped out by those two. We had the Fed day, and then we had, I believe it was NFP. Uh, all of that price action, right? Those longs, almost 2 weeks of price action taken out in 2 days, and we really haven't seen the buyers step in convincingly from that point. So, uh, we'll see.
Mm.
I still like longs, but the market has to like it as well. And
Yeah, this
Rico
is the
says
struggle I
Bostic
wanted to
surely
see.
didn't help. Go ahead, Chica.
Yeah,
Oh no, go on. Oh, you go first.
You got it, Chica. You're the guest.
Oh
yes,
yeah.
yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I
Yeah.
said that this is okay. Yeah. I said this is the struggle that I wanted to see. Just getting below 20s to 15s. We've seen that struggle, so this is actually a high potential of going back up now, I would say.
Oh, you called out that level in the volume profile. You said it right. It's going to be tough to get through this. If there was a ton of volume that traded there, it traded there for a reason. And we're seeing a pretty nice bounce off of those 20s. I think the low of the session was 0975. Let's see, that 200 lot is still sitting up here right below 50 in the NASDAQ, 549. Did they just pull that? Yep. That did not trade out. They just pulled that. Interesting stuff going on here. We've seen a ton of size trading yesterday and the day prior. Not seeing so much today, but that order did get pulled up there at those 49s. Srinath, I see you in the chat. I appreciate you. Chat, if you haven't done so already, please hit that thumbs up button. Last I checked, we had 4,200 people watching here. Do us a favor, hit that thumbs up button. Tell your friends and family to like and subscribe as well. How close are we to 200K subscribers? 24,000 off. Tell your friends, tell your dog, your grandma, your neighbors. Tell them to like and subscribe as well. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, when we started Tops Up TV, we had this YouTube channel for 10 years, and we had 25,000 subscribers.
Okay.
So we can grow 24. We'll do it.
Oh yeah. No
End
problem.
the year.
No problem. Let's throw it over to some news. James, if you're ready, let's bring in some news real quick, and we'll check back in on these trades. We do have both of our traders long here currently. James, what do we got for the news?
Hello? Hello?
Hey.
Hello, world?
You're there, James.
Hey.
I'm
You
here.
see a slice of James. There you go.
I'm here with the Nega Zone. All right.
Yes.
That was terrifying. I saw my whole life flash from my eyes. All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the news. Here are the stories you need to know to tell your friends later. I heard this crazy story on a show about an annoying white kid. Here they are. Out of Massachusetts, an arrest warrant has been issued for a woman who unleashed bees on deputies. That's right, bees, nature's bullets. She went to a house that was being foreclosed. They never said if it was her house, but I have to imagine it. When the deputies were trying to evict the members of the house, she rolled up with a van, and on the back of a van, she had tons of beehive containers. She then proceeded to take these beehives, place them at the front door, and as the article says, she made the bees angry. I don't know how she did that. Maybe some self-negative talk, letting them know they're not as good as the parents ever wanted them to be. That'd make me pretty mad. The bees stung several officers, some of who were allergic. The woman then proceeded to go back to her car, put on a full bee suit, and start dragging the beehives into the house before she was eventually stopped. And then, as you can see, the article says arrest warrant. Can you imagine who didn't show up for their court date? That's bee woman.
She brought 3 million character witnesses.
I love any story where you use nature's greatest weapons, animals, insects. Like the story about the guy who shook the raccoon and threw it into a store. You got to imagine the innovation there. So yeah, don't use bees to attack people, and if you do, I don't know, show up to court in the full bee suit. Next, from news out of Ireland, guess who wants to be president? That's right, Mr. I shattered my leg and never fought again is now trying to run for president of Ireland. For those of you who may not know, the president of Ireland really is more of a I don't want to call it like a ceremonial. It's very much like it's for show, right? They don't have a lot of superpower. All the power in Ireland falls within their parliament. But that's not stopping Conor McGregor from downing a bottle of whatever liquor he tries to sell on TV and telling the good people of Ireland, I want to be your president. He says, I don't care about the Irish decree that says I need a 7% majority of parliament to run. I need you, social media, to overrule that. So, this guy's I like UFC. This guy's a piece of work though. So Ireland, be careful.
I think he needs to straighten out a few things. Like focus on yourself.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, yeah. I don't want to dig
Nobody
myself any
says.
deeper than the hole I'm already in. So let's go to the next story. And finally, going back to animals, the LA County has another cool insurance fraud story on their hands. A group of people claimed a bear crawled into their car, causing $300 worth of damages, which was paid out to the people. But on closer inspection of the video, it's a guy in a bear suit. If you ever want to defraud an insurance company, maybe try a little harder. Film from a worse angle. It's clearly a person in a bear costume going through a car and absolutely tearing it up. You can see they have those claws at the bottom of the picture that they put into the
shredding
costume
pork.
to give realistic shred marks, as all bears do. I'm sure they probably left a scattered picnic basket around the car to leave no stone unturned as to who could have done it. Yeah, so they got caught. Again, if you want to make a quick $300,000, maybe there's better ways of doing it than trying to putting on a bear suit, crawling around on all four legs, and then saying, "Help! I need money for the bear got in my car."
I think Hogue had a quote earlier in the show. He said drugs are bad. I think that applies here.
Yeah, as long as they had headache powder though. If it's headache powder, that's okay.
Right.
I saw another story that said headache powder increases IQ in slugs. So take that what you will.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. That's the news. I'll be back a little bit later with some announcements. Some that chat you're really going to want to hear. So don't go anywhere. We got some really cool stuff. I'll give you a hint. It might involve a free trading combine. So stick around. We'll see you guys soon.
Hey. The people like it. People like the word free, so stick around. We might have an announcement for you. We did see the S&P make new lows there. Ross, do you get stopped out there? You still in this trade? How's it going?
Yeah, that one stopped me out, and then of course we're seeing some strength now.
Turned around. Yeah.
65
one of those
level
days,
is the
man.
winner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just one of those days. Yeah, we can't
Yeah, I
can't
got
fight it
stopped as well.
sometimes. I tried to fight that one too long.
Chica, you got stopped as well?
Yeah,
Okay.
minus 33.
So minus 33. Not too bad. Just P&L update for the board.
Extra.
Chica, what do you got? Negative 353 for the day. And how about you, Ross?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm negative 838 right now.
Okay.
So that's probably it for me. Had a good day yesterday. Was down a 1 or 200 on Tuesday, so I'm about even
Okay.
for the week right now.
Good.
Not
It's a
worrying
good
too
week.
much.
Good week. Keeping the account alive. Again, we're not going to win every day. If you're watching the stream where somebody wins every day, interesting. Interesting. Nasdaq currently trading 23,550. S&P's back above settlement now, 63.71. I know Richard Harris in the chat was looking for a long from 65s. Looking pretty good right now if you did take that. Crude oil trading 64.16, and gold pretty much dead flat right now, 34.50 and a half. 34.50 half. Tilt across the board. We don't really see a strong tilt in either direction in any of these markets. 63% long in the S&P. Average price 74. Is that right? Yeah. So they are underwater right now. Underwater. Jack, what are you seeing on your side? We got this pullback or sell off in the equities here. How are you seeing these markets?
I mean, that was a pretty good. I kind of agree. Obviously, it's in retrospect that's 65 level, but there was a pretty good flush down to the current lows. I kind of like it, but the sellers are emerging a little bit here. I'm hands off for now. Maybe 63.50. If it gets there, we'll try again.
All right. Dude working, you caught that one. Interesting. Uh, but hey, shout out to anyone who's live streaming trades day in and day out, helping their community. I posted that on X yesterday. It's a tough thing to do, right? Tough thing to do. We want to see live traders. We want to see our best traders come on. Shout out to you guys, Ross, Chike, for coming on, sharing trade ideas.
Yeah.
There's pressure in doing it, but I think it makes us all better traders, right? Where you talk about your process, talk through your process, and stick with it. What I've realized is, even in my own trading, when I'm not trading on stream, I've gotten a lot better just being on air and having to talk out trades. And then when you're trading by yourself, it's a lot better trading. So shout out to you guys for coming on air and doing this.
Yeah, I like coming on here and talking out the trades and getting ideas, and
Absolutely.
it keeps you a little bit from taking those random impulsive sort of trades as well when you're talking it out
Yeah,
and
that's true.
creating your plan.
For sure.
This is a tough day in the equities.
Yeah. And I guess not if
Chike,
you're a
it's
seller,
nice
though.
to meet you. I haven't been on with you yet, Chike. It's nice to be on screen, and I don't think I've been with Ross either. It's great to be with you guys. So we were looking at a potential failed downside auction that did not play out. Okay, so that's the risk you run if you try and preempt it. This is the S&P on a 30-minute chart. IB low 63.75 quarter. That 30-minute bar closed below it. This IB has now become resistance. The other nuance in this, and Jay, we talked about this during the opening call. This is hypothesis number 2, right? Hypothesis number 1 was to buy it and to go check the weekly kickoff high and maybe check the all-time high. Hypothesis 2 was gap close and then possible reacceptance in value from yesterday. Now we've had one 30-minute bar close inside of value from yesterday, indicating potential reacceptance of yesterday's area of value. And if we do play out the whole range of value from yesterday, that could bring price in the S&Ps down to 63.43. Now,
Okay.
the fact that we didn't confirm the failed downside auction and we opened below that, this made it really tough because we don't have any single prints that are left below the IB high. That's something that I really look for to start looking for those shorts on the way down. So that's what is making this so difficult. I feel like I'm Kramer when he was supposedly working at that company but didn't even work there, and they tried to fire him, and he said, I don't even really work here. And they said, well, that's what makes this so difficult. This is a sticky area, and it's not helping that the NASDAQ and the S&Ps aren't moving in lockstep, right? The
No, they're not.
NASDAQ hasn't even closed the gap. We did
Looks like-
close that 30-minute bar below that initial balance low. I'm sorry, something you want to say?
No, keep going, Hogue.
Okay. And so now the NASDAQ has been presenting as stronger. It hasn't closed the gap. We did close this 30-minute bar below the initial balance low, but price is pushing back in above the initial balance low. Typically, this is going to be kind of toxic for me because it might have a tendency just to kind of center trade around the IB low for a period of time where you're thinking, okay, I got to get long above, short below the initial balance low. And by the way, the initial balance low in the NASDAQ is 23,542 and a half. So you get long and it turns around and goes back below the IB low. You get short, it turns around and comes back above the IB low. You get long, it turns around and comes. So this is really kind of a chop shop here. If I was going to be long anything, it would be the NASDAQ because we haven't been able to close the gap. It's been presenting as the strongest. But I mean, we're not even anywhere near potential reacceptance of yesterday's area of value. The NASDAQ, if it was long anything, it would be the NASDAQ. I don't trade the freaking NASDAQ. I can't handle it. But I mean, that's just the way it looks for me. I mean, we gave up weekly kickoff high 23,572. And we did close that 130-minute bar below the initial balance low. That's potential rejection of the early range here. We're now back inside of it. I think it's probably just going to range around. This is a tough trading day. You guys did great in managing risk all day on this. This was a tough trading day, and it's
thank you for that, bro.
it might get easier, but so far this has been a tough day.
Still a lot of day left, right? We're still only 2 hours into the session. Still a lot of day left. Pretty nice trading day if you were short in the equities, especially in the Dow. That was our leader to the downside. Seeing a little bit of a bounce in the Dow here, currently down 0.58%. But the Dow definitely looked like the leader, especially after 9 a.m. Central Time really got going. Let's see, it's still a lot of day left, but one of the things I've been talking with the VIPs about as well is knowing when your job is done for the day, right? That doesn't mean that you end the day green. It's if I spent my risk budget on the day, then I'm done. Right? I've taken enough trades. I'm allotting a certain amount of risk for the day. If I've passed that and you hit it, don't be afraid to lock yourself out and come back. We heard Ross talking about that because there will be more opportunities for the week. So, Chike, what are you looking at now? I know that 703 price up there was a potential spot for a long. For a short. How are you seeing these markets now?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't really feel like we go up anymore, but there's still
Yeah.
potential because we're still above that 515 level, 520s. So
Right.
it might have just ticked me out, and then we go like back up. But I'm not really sure on direction, so
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stay out of a trade. My only
Yeah, I mean, we are.
interest level of interest is that 703s.
Got you. With that 703 up there, Chike, that's the level for today. If we don't trade that level today, do you leave that on your charts for a potential opportunity later in the week?
Yeah, I leave it until it's tested. So
Okay. Got you. So it might not happen today. It could happen next week. But you're going to leave it there until. Good. I like that.
yeah,
I like
so
that.
how I kind of work it is my levels have to be tested within a certain like time. So for example, let's just say between 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. I can only take the trade if the level's tested within that time period. So not
Got
just
you.
any test. You get what? Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
That's why
Not just
that's
the
why I
level,
stopped
but time
my
is the level as well.
yeah, it has to be within a certain time. So 7 o'clock after 7, like even if it tests the level, I'm not taking the trade basically.
Interesting. Do you ever set just passive orders kind of sitting at your level? Where like at 703,
Yeah, I
you
do.
just set the seller.
Yeah, I just set them, but then always at 7 o'clock, I just make sure to remove them.
Got you.
Yeah.
I like that. Seeing new lows here.
All right, head to the lows.
Nasdaq trading. Yeah, we are.
Yep.
We're still selling here, Jack. Nasdaq may be looking for that gap fill before we see any turnaround in these markets. 23,505 last trade in the Nasdaq. S&P is trading 63.63 evens. The Dow continuing to lead us lower, making new lows on the session in the Dow 43,992. Ross, I like that,
2 minutes
cross
euro
analysis with
close.
a different market. Go ahead, Ross.
Oh, I don't think
Is that,
that was me, but
was
yeah,
that Ross
what
or
I'm
Jack?
seeing
Oh, that
is
was me.
Oh, okay.
we bounced off out that first level deviation VWAP for ES at 75 and went back down to the second level at 63.60. So that's kind of an indication to me that we're in a downward trending day, looking for additional targets below now, but I don't know if I'm going to be hopped in another trade. My other opportunity was potentially here off of this. We didn't quite get to the second level or this first level VWAP, but I would like to take this breakdown of this 5-minute candle here, but I missed that. Wasn't quite sure we were going to push down again, but looks like we got some strength going down, increasing volume here on the 5-minute.
Thank you, Ross. Ross, talk to us a little bit about Discord.
It's-
You're one of our Discord. Go ahead, Chika. You got trade information. What do we got?
Oh yeah, I was just saying this doesn't quite look like a breakout to the downside for me just yet.
Yeah. Yeah, it is it's like a slow, orderly move. Where normally where we're seeing a move to the downside, it's on a ton of volume. It happens quick. Some of the more recent buy the dip opportunities we've seen have been like a quick 100, point sell off in the Nasdaq and gets
Yeah,
immediately reversed. We're not seeing that, right? This is just consistent selling the entire way down, which makes it a little bit harder to buy because where is that low? We don't see that impulsive move at a low that can be reversed.
exactly. Yeah,
Uh, it's just
Yeah.
consistent. The AC trade
Yeah,
says
we're
we're
starting to see
perma.
seen some bigger orders coming in here. Uh, we just soaked up about 300 contracts on ES right here, and now we're seeing some more orders coming in
Are you looking at
between
Bookmap to
this
see that,
70.
Ross?
Yeah, I'm looking at Bookmap. You can see it on the DOM as well. Not as well in the
Yeah.
MES. Does seem to be a little, but you can see we have the 70 level up here.
It's just above here now.
About
That just came up.
580.
668 in the S&Ps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seeing some offers come in here now. Saw this yesterday. Do they fill or do they pull? Looks like they just
Yeah.
pulled.
That one got pulled.
Playing games again, Hogue.
Yep.
So they're starting to play games. We're starting to see some volume come in here.
Yeah, which is good. We might get that movement that we were looking for. Yesterday, when we saw these bigger orders come in, they started to act like a magnet, right? The market's going to attract towards these levels. Market's job, we hear Hogue say it all the time, is to facilitate trade. And someone's putting an order out there. The market's going to sometimes we see it act like a magnet towards those levels. We saw yesterday they kept pulling that order higher and higher, which kind of you know led us higher until they did get filled. Ultimately, when those orders got filled, the market started to consolidate from there. So we will see interesting stuff here.
Yeah, and the way I always view it is, say we have these 300 contracts at 70 up here. If we fill those, then somebody's got to buy 300 contracts, and where they want to do that, they want to do that lower. So if they sold 70 here, then maybe they're looking to buy after that. If you see a reversal pattern and a big order come on below that, you may be seeking that. Somebody may be seeking that to fulfill what they're looking for.
Got some
Right
traders in the
on.
chat saying obvious downtrend. Why keep trying to buy? Hopefully, you guys are short, right? There are opportunities on both sides of these markets. So if you're saying that, I hope you're short because there's some really nice money to be made on the downside here in these markets, and I don't disagree. I tried to buy it, I stopped buying it. Ross tried to buy it, he stopped buying it as well. Uh, Whatever you do, manage your risk. But pretty nice downtrend so far today. Why
Yeah.
buy when it's going down? That doesn't make any sense.
I
Go ahead,
bought it
Jack.
once. I
Not
bought
wrong.
it once.
Why buy
Yeah,
when it's
I think
going
it,
down?
it all depends on your strategy. If you're a range trader, then you're trying to buy in the value area. It has to go down in order to get into value, and then you're looking for
Yeah.
the opportunity for a reversal.
Yeah, some of my best long trades came at the end of some heavy selling. Because at some point, and Coach Paul says this all the time during at the buzzer, you find the last seller in the market, and we don't try to
yeah,
pick. Yeah, we don't try to pick bottoms or tops, but at some point you are going to find the last seller or the buyer, and there's some good opportunity from there. So stay patient, trade your
Someone
strategy. Go ahead, Jack.
in 2009, somebody sold 666 in the
Yep.
ES or in the
Yeah.
S&P. So,
Do you think that person is still
I
trading, Jack?
remember that.
well, I hope they're not. They haven't been rolling the position. I don't know. It was probably just some random. There was
Yeah.
somebody at my firm who like sold damn near the bottom of the flash crash. It wasn't for huge size. It was just more of kind of like a funny thing that happened.
Yeah.
That person, to my knowledge, has never revealed themselves. If you or someone you know knows the person that sold that's right, 666 in the S&P 500 was the low.
Yep. Hopefully they're not
I
still holding on to that position. New lows here in the S&P. MM877 says my dad did real story. I think we found the last buyer. Sun is in the chat. Or sorry,
I
last
love the
seller.
internet.
63.59 half new lows in the S&P here. Nasdaq still holding up just a little bit, currently trading 23,508. New lows in crude oil
Well,
as well. House still short crude, 63.97. Go ahead, Hogue.
I know somebody who bought that.
666s in the S&P. Nice
Yeah.
trade.
There was a huge stop there. So the stop got hit. 4 locals took like 500 contracts. Market rallies. One of them that I know got out of them using the minis. He made, I don't know, 50 grand on that trade. Then they canceled the trade. They took the price out, which negated the ability for the broker to actually fill that stop at that level, which left all of these guys now short with the market screaming to the upside. So they petitioned the exchange and said the print went up. Now we're on the hook for for $100,000 because we're out of those trades. And if we can't buy those at that level, we're going to have to pay up and we're going to lose a bunch of money. So the exchange re-put in the print. They were able to actually buy those, but they had gotten out of the exits for that trade. Now the market is screaming higher. One of the guys who I know very well, he went from up 50 to down 100 to up $250,000 in about 5 minutes. Thought he was going to have a heart attack.
Wow.
Yikes.
Yeah, that does not sound like a fun day. Glad it worked out though. That is a lot to be on the hook for. We are seeing some size come back in here in the S&P. 557 contracts at 63.66. Any trades that you guys are looking at? If not, we're going to throw it over to James for some announcements, and we'll get right back into the charts.
Do some announcing.
No, here.
Do some announcing, James.
Let's do some announcing. I've got 3 things to talk about today that you want to know about. First, today during Lunchbox Trading, we're going to be joined by Colin Woodward, President and General Counsel at Stealth Test and one of the leading voices in crypto law. From blockchain innovation to real-world market impact, Colin breaks down what every trader should know about the crypto's evolving role in the markets. If you have any interest in crypto and crypto futures, be here, Lunchbox Trading today. He's going to drop in around 12:45. He's going to talk with Jack about all things crypto in these markets. Also happening later today, we are joined by Agnieszka Wood. Are you ready for another chance to level up your trading mindset? Agnieszka Wood, trading mindset coach and founder of A Head Coach, joins TopStep TV live. She'll dive into mindful trading strategies and answer your questions straight from the chat. Don't miss this chance to sharpen your mental edge and gain real tools for staying disciplined in the markets. Catch it live here, TopStep TV at 1 p.m. because mindset moves markets. So again, that's 1 p.m. She'll be sitting down with Hogue, and you can get your questions answered live. So don't miss that. And of course, if you watched me just a couple minutes ago, I did mention a contest of sorts and a free combine. I wasn't lying. Today, we are launching our social media contest. Head over to TopStep on Twitter or Instagram to find the general rules. We're also going to post a link to this Twitter post in chat. And if it's not there yet, it's coming soon. So just be patient, be on the lookout for it. There it is in chat. Love that. Here's how it works. Head to Twitter, follow TopStep, repost that tweet, and reply with hashtag TopStepCombine. Our social media team is going to go through all of it, and we're going to pick, I believe, 5 or so winners. Yeah, we're getting 5 traders a free 50K combine. So many traders will enter, 5 will win. You have until Monday morning at 8 a.m. Central to get your submission in there. And we will announce the winners live here on TopStep TV Monday morning. So if you're not following us already, here's your chance to win a free 50K trading combine. Again, many of you will enter, 5 will win. Or I can't say that enough. It's a contest. All right, so head to Twitter, follow us, enter, and check back on Monday to see if you're one of the winners. That's all I got for now. Back to you guys in the markets.
Awesome stuff. Thank you for that, James. I just entered, liked the post on Instagram, and tagged my friend, my trading buddy, Coach Dakota there. So let's see if we get that free combine. Got some competition there, chat. That 500 lot did not get filled. It's at 63.67. Go ahead, Chica.
How you ruining the odds for the guys?
Hey, man. I'm a trader just like you guys are. If I win it, and the team is not going to let me win it, but if I do, I'm gonna just run in my own giveaway and give it away again.
I'm gonna enter to ruin it as well.
There we go. There we go. They're probably not going to pick me. But that's okay. Yeah, that 500 lot did not get filled. So we have a crypto expert coming on a little bit later. Chike, Ross, you guys have any exposure to crypto? You guys traded at all? Just buy and hold stuff?
Yeah, I
you
used
guys
to
look
do
at crypto?
crypto
Okay.
back in the day. I made a
Yeah.
trading algorithm to trade Sol at the time for a couple
To
years.
trade Solana? Okay.
Yeah, Solana, yeah.
Do you
I
still
got
own
a
any of it,
little
or did you get rid of it?
Nah, it was literally just purely trading. I was not
Just trading.
like actually, yeah.
Got you. Okay. What about you, Ross?
I've got a little Bitcoin exposure in my Roth IRA. I figure that's the place, if I don't want to pay taxes on it, if it does,
Right.
go to 500,000.
Yeah.
But it
You guys
pretty small position, but if it goes, that's where you want it to be. If
tax free.
tax-free
Tax
account.
free.
Yeah.
Do you guys trade the futures? You look at the futures at all? Micro Bitcoin futures? We do have micro Ethereum as well that we can trade with TopStep accounts. I think it's like 5 cents a tick, so there might be one trader that trades it. But micro Bitcoin is a pretty good trading market. Have you guys looked at that at all?
No, I haven't personally.
No.
I've looked at
MBT
it, Jay. I think
Yeah.
it's one of those things where I do want to lobby the CME at some point. They need a contract that's between the micro and Bitcoin contract, a
Okay.
mini, if you will.
Got you. So the 50 cents a tick for the micro Bitcoin, you think is just a little too small?
Yeah, I mean, like the contract. What is it? It's like so the big contract is 5 Bitcoin, and then
Right.
the micro contract is 1/50th of that.
There's a lot of room in the middle there.
There's a lot of room in the middle.
Yeah. Interesting.
CME, if you're listening.
Send him an email, Jack.
Got an update on our crude trade
Yeah.
here. We just
Yeah.
lightened up by 2 contracts down at 63.91, still short 3.
Trade
Awesome,
there
Hogue.
in the house. Holding on to that crude trade. NASDAQ looks like we might be breaking below these 500s here. Let's see what we get. 23,500 current trade. We got some size here in the S&P. That 500 lot did not get filled. S&P is trading 63.61 currently. I had a micro Bitcoin chart up here on the highs on the day, trading 117,415. It's a weird price to quote. But micro Bitcoin on its highs on the day. On its highs.
That's slow and methodical. Selling off.
Yeah, it really is, Jack. I feel like we haven't seen a day
Usual.
like this in a little while. Where the last couple
opposite
sell-off
of
days we
yesterday.
had. Yeah, exact opposite of yesterday. Got about another.
Yeah, we keep seeing this 500 lot come on above us. We kind of get attracted to it. Price gets attracted to it, and then they pull it off. Almost like they're trying to pull orders up there and then keep selling. They're probably. Yeah, see, we just pulled off 500 around 67.50 again. Now we're moving that direction.
Like they're trying to attract some buyers and.
Yeah, I'm not sure what game they're playing, but just looking at the orders coming on and off, there's still some action to come here, I think.
I
With
definitely
somebody
agree
playing
with you there, Ross.
500 lot.
We got about 15 minutes left here in fast markets. Remember, stick around. We do have the Thunderdome game 4 in the Thunderdome coming up. These guys have been trading it up over the week in an hour that a lot of us traders look at as slow time, maybe lunchtime. We have both Chad and Alfie both up over $1,000 in that session alone for the week. And remember, cumulative P&L, whoever wins at the end of the week, if you voted for them in the chat, you are going to be getting a free reset credited to your account. So you do want to stick around and see how that goes. Lido Bomb says, hit like if you miss Eddie. Eddie, we love you, man. Hope you're doing well. Hogue did say you were. Hope to talk to you pretty soon here. That like button. We got some size. Ross, you seeing the size? Do you look at the NASDAQ as well, Ross? Because I'm seeing some size on the books. 415 lot. Okay, that's the biggest size we've seen so far in the NASDAQ. 415 offered at 23,529 in the NASDAQ. We're about 20 points away from that right now, but that is the biggest size we've seen in the NASDAQ so far today. Size coming in on the books. Ross, you said it. Something's going on here. We're probably going to still see some movement. Interesting. We're seeing the size come in the NASDAQ now as well.
Yeah, I don't keep an eye on the NASDAQ. It's not as clean with its levels, I don't feel like. But when you see something like that come in, the NASDAQ a lot of times is ranging between 30 to 100 contracts, and those are kind of spread out all over the place. But yeah, that 415 that just came in is interesting.
Chika, I want to ask you a question. With your math-based approach to the markets, have you tried applying it to other markets, or is it strictly NASDAQ? You kind of know the personality of that market, and it presents enough opportunity to you. Do you trade any other markets, or is it just NASDAQ?
Just NASDAQ. I actually want to start looking into S&P and ES.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I just really haven't put any effort into any other market because I just know what I went through just to actually come up with my edge, and I haven't tested it on other markets. So
Okay.
yeah, it's more of like a lazy thing. It works.
Hey, if you have something that
so,
works,
yeah.
right? If you have something that works, it's like what is it? One punch man, right? He has one punch, and why do I need to learn anything else if this one punch works? Hogue's face, Hogue, I saw your face there when Chike said he's looking into the S&P. Hogue's face lit up. So he's shaking his head, yeah. But I hear you, Chike. You know, if you find something that works, why mess with it? Right? You got into the leaderboard doing this thing, so you might not need to change.
Yeah.
Semper wants to know, Chike, why are you always smiling?
Happy guy.
What's not to smile about?
Yeah, he's a happy guy. Happy guy. What is there not to smile about? Absolutely. New lows here in the S&P, 63.59 last trade. NASDAQ currently trading below that 500 level, 23,499 and a half. 23,499 and a half. Yeah, Justin Green, that One Punch Man reference. I think I've seen one episode of that show, but I'm just full of random references. It's what you got to do as a host of a show. Tie in some references to things. But let's see. We are seeing that order step down here in the NASDAQ a little bit. I think they're at 28 now. Nope, still up there at 29. 415 offered at 529s. We're seeing some selling coming in here. This was not a day to buy the dip yet. At least the dip is still dipping. Dip is still dipping.
Yep, really haven't seen those buyers on ES step in. We just absorbed some stops down here below. It looks like we're dipping down to go push through those again.
Value low from yesterday is the target.
So we're seeing that value rotation. You're saying, Hogue. What is that target down there?
Yeah. 63.40, 63.42, the value area low from yesterday. We've shown acceptance inside value, so good probability it's going to trade to the other side of value. So 63.42, 63.40, anywhere down there. This is hypothesis number 2.
So Hogue, in that case, is there a trade here, or are we too far gone with good risk management on a short?
Well, the S&P's provided a pretty decent shorting opportunity so here's the 5-minute chart, right? IB highs up here 64.14, IB low 63.75 and a quarter. Once it broke down below it, it never really moved back above it. So what I was hoping for was to see some single prints below the IB low that we could use as resistance. It went all the way back and close to the IB low. It doesn't mean that it's not a good short. So the S&Ps really kind of gave this the short signal there. Do I see a way to get into this now? I mean, you just have to wait for a pullback and sell it. The problem is, where's the risk going to be? But the S&Ps gave a pretty good short signal. NASDAQ, not so much, but it's continuing to push lower. This is the 5 minute in the NASDAQ, and this was what I was talking about. Once we broke the IB low and we came back inside of it, we chopped around it, and then finally we start to see some continuation away from it. This is toxic to me. Toxic because I'm thinking, okay, long above, short below, 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 and finally you get it going your way. By that time, you're cut to ribbons.
It's a little too late.
Yep.
I actually got one more. Sorry, go on.
No, go ahead, Chica. You're going to talk about a trade here, and then we're going to throw it to JD for the big board. But what do you got, Chica?
Yeah, 422s. I'm actually going to take it from 424s. Just a trade upwards.
Okay, so
I
you're
think
looking
that's
for
where
a
it should
long
bounce.
422. That kind of closes the gap. So you have settlement there, 422.75. So I can kind of see what you're looking at there. Okay, so Chike looking for a long down near 422s. That would officially close the gap, the settlement gap. Let's see what we get there. If we get down there, is that a bid that you just placed, Chike? You put the order in and let the market get down there, or you want to see how the market responds when we get there?
No, I'm just putting it there, letting the market do its thing.
Nice, good stuff. Chike putting a bid in at 424 in the Nasdaq. Let's throw it over to JD real quick with some live performance bonuses and the big board. JD, who is trading well right now at Top Step.
Let's do it. First, let's take a look at our good friend Kalai in the live funded account. Unlocked tier 1 of the live performance bonus, hit $15,000 in total profits in his live funded account, and was awarded that tier 1 bonus of $1,000. Kalai is climbing up the big board right now. He's got a total take of about $23,400. Ranked number 217 currently, but I got a feeling this trader is going to be moving up the list pretty fast. Nice job. Big shout out to Kalai and all the other live funded traders out there also. All right. Here's the moment you all been waiting for. Here is the big board. These are the top 10 of the top 25 live funded traders here at Top Step. Once again, if you didn't know, we changed the way that we're tracking traders on the big board now. It's all based off of recent P&L. So total P&L over the last 30 trading days, that is what your rank is based off of on the big board. You see up at the top, Trader J, he had a nice day yesterday trading the NASDAQ. Got a total P&L of $86,939 over the last 30 trading days. That is a hell of a month. Juan C right behind him. They were both 1 and 2 on the P&L board earlier today. Juan C with a total take of a total P&L for the last 30 days of $84,835. Real tight race between 1 and 2 there. Big mover on the board was Benjamin R down there at the bottom. Had a nice day trading the NASDAQ yesterday. Now is a total P&L of $13,101. Moved up 14 notches on the board to take over 10th place. All right, let's see the next 15, 11 through 15. Couple movers, couple shakers, couple holds here. Lowest barrier to entry to get into the top 25 is down there. John N at $5,612. John N is also the leader on our live funded hot streaks list. So there it is, folks. Let's put the top 10 back up one more time. Get your cams ready. Take your screenshots. When you post to social, make sure you're tagging Top Step. Hashtag Top Step. Hashtag Top Step TV. Fast Markets. Power Hour. Lunchbox Trading. All the good stuff. You know it.
Awesome stuff. Thank you for that, JD, and shout out to all of those traders on the big board. Again, we're counting recent stats now, right? So we're seeing P&Ls for the last 30 days. I know social media space and all of our chat wanted to see it as well. Hey, who's trading well right now? So making some updates to that board, and shout out to all those traders on it. We are seeing some buying step in here in the Nasdaq. Currently trading
3 bar reversal right
23,562.
now.
Yep, we got it right now, Hogue.
Mhm.
Is this the long that we've been looking for all day? Uh, for me, I'd want it
All we had to
to.
do is say it's going lower and it's going to go higher. There's a perfect 3 bar reversal in the S&Ps right now.
Yep.
Yeah. Cheapish long here for what the reward would be.
Yeah, I mean, what
But
would we
we
be looking
also
at
have
for a
2 minutes
target here?
left in this segment.
Yeah,
up?
right.
I said, what would we looking at? What would we be looking at for a target here? Is this one you would put on and kind of let work all day, or
Yeah, probably like trail it.
VWAP
Yeah.
at least.
Mhm.
got an overnight VWAP in the Nasdaq at 23,562, in the S&P that is at 63.89. So we're talking about a 20-ish point trade here in the S&P. But like you said, Jack, we are going to wrap this segment soon. I'm going to throw it around the horn here. Ross, any words you got before we go for the rest of the day? What's your
Yeah,
plan
I
for
would
the
just
rest of the day,
say,
Ross?
no big plans for the rest of the day. I gotta get the kids. They're dropping their stuff off at school. They're starting next week.
Okay.
Man, it's summer's almost over already. You know.
Yeah, it went quick. It went quick. Before we know it, it'll
Yeah.
be September.
I remember that being a happy time. Yay, the kids are going back to school.
Oh, I can't wait.
Uh,
Yeah,
check it
I'm
out.
I'm the bus driver though, so I gotta take him. You know, I miss the open a lot of times because I'm taking him to school. So it changes my
Gotcha.
trading a little bit,
A
but
little
not
bit.
too bad.
Yeah. So
Chike, what about you?
you actually have
Anything you
enough
want to say
power to let them
before?
out.
If you don't know where price is going, don't take a trade.
I like that. If you don't know where price is going, don't
Mhm.
take the trade. Write that one down, chat. Write that one down. That one's going on my notepad here. If you don't know where price is going, don't take the trade. Good stuff. Well, good trading with you guys today. Took a couple losses, but losses are a necessary part of this
Part of the
game.
process.
Jack, anything you got before we go?
No, I'll be back on later while Andre's out doing whatever Andre does. It'll be fun. Looking forward to Lunchbox and see you guys at Power Hour.
Awesome stuff. Well, coming up next, the storm is growing in intensity in the Thunderdome. We got Alfie and Chad returning for round 4. Coming down to the final days of the Thunderdome, and it's still anyone's game. I think there's like a $200 difference in P&Ls. We'll talk about that a little bit in the next segment. We'll see what these guys can do. For me, I'm hoping they end the week both in the green. But chat, you are either voting for the goose or the captain, the boat captain, for your free resets. Stick around for the Thunderdome. This is Top Step TV. Let's go.
One of my next favorite features of the new TopStep dashboard is the Reset Rebill extension. When a trader purchases a reset of a trading combine during their active billing cycle, they're no longer stuck with the original purchasing date. They now get 30 fresh days to trade and to work towards getting to that express funded account, removing some of that pressure of time.
All right, welcome back to Top Step TV and back to the Thunderdome. If this is your first time here, you've missed a great week of competition between these two guys. We got Alfie in the middle here, Chad on the other side. These guys have been trading it up against each other all week for a chance at free resets for the chat. So remember in the chat, if you voted for Alfie or Chad, the beginning of the week, whoever wins you are going to be getting a free reset. Right now, stats for the week. We got Chad at 1259 cumulative P&L. We got Alfie, pretty nice day yesterday at 1079. So about $180 difference between these two guys. They are re-entering the Thunderdome for round 4. How we feeling today, guys? Alfie, I'll throw it to you first.
Feeling good, yeah. As you said, good week. I'm tempted, not to swing for the fences too hard just because it's been, 2 pretty good days, but there's a good setup. There's a good setup, right? So let's see what happens.
Absolutely. Chad, how are you doing over there?
Yeah, the same. I was having some FOMO in the last hour and not getting in on this account, but yeah, I'm feeling good. I feel the same as Alfie does. Like we've got some green days locked in, and that feels good. I want to end this week for both of us in the green.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see if we can do that. Well, we did see some selling continue to come into the equities here. Nasdaq currently trading 23,478. S&P's made a new low and bounced from there, currently trading 63.59. Yeah, Chad's mic sounding great right now. Sounding pretty good, coming in clear as always, so we can hear Chad's jokes. If you missed the one yesterday, go back and watch the replay. Chad, you had the chat cracking up there. But is there still time to vote? No time to vote, but you can show your support in the chat. Throw a goose or your favorite bird in the chat if you are looking for Alfie to win it, or any type of vote if you had voted for Chad. Next week on Monday, we'll be doing the Thunderdome again with 2 new traders, and you will be able to vote on Monday. All right, you guys know the deal. If you get into any trades, let us know, and we will be counting the stats.
Just
Current
looking at the
tilt.
15-minute chart, I'm really hard. It's difficult to go short right at the moment. Like I'm a bear and it keeps dropping, but at the same time, looking at the 15-minute chart on the NQ, feels like this could be a bouncing area, and I don't want to get stuck in a short, like as it crawls up.
Right. Yeah, we talked a little bit about, every day this week, potentially getting different markets for these segments, right? For this hour, we've had a pretty nice sell off in the equities. We saw during fast markets, we were trying to find places to buy it, and really no bid in the market. But this has the potential to, be that range bound environment in the middle of the day with lower volume. But I hear you, Chad. It's a cautious long, if anything. Yep. And throw caution to the wind. Alfie's in. Alfie, what do we take there?
I took the Dow just because I started to see the S&P and the Nasdaq climb up, and I thought where maybe it was lagging, maybe it was leading earlier today, it's potentially lagging this move back up, and it's got quite heavily beaten up, so I'm risking pretty much just below the low. I might add a little bit if we see some conviction in the longs.
All right. So we got Alfie in a long in the Dow. What price you get there, Alfie?
I got 44,002.
44,002. Yeah, bull shark. I am seeing that failed downside in gold here. So we've seen different strategy from these guys, right? Chad has been focusing solely on the Nasdaq. We have seen Alfie take a trade in the Dow, gold, and the Nasdaq. Bunch of different ways to approach these markets, but profit nonetheless. And here another order filled there. What do we got?
Oh yeah, sorry, I need to
Yeah.
mute the site.
No, it's all good, man. Hey, it's a cue for me to know that something's going on, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, just a little bit of an add here again. I'm just going to test this thesis, right? I'm only risking $130, so well, maybe a
Okay.
little bit more. We'll see. But yeah, just going to test the thesis, give it another 5 minutes, and then we should see whether it's breaking out or breaking down. And yeah, and reevaluate.
I was
Good
also
stuff.
looking at the RTY just because it's gotten so beat up. If it
Huh.
breaks out from here, I would maybe go long.
Interesting. So Chad now looking at another market here as well. Maybe taking a trade in the Russell.
I did
M.
take a trade on the MNQs, by the way.
Okay, so Chad, you are
Short
in.
3 macros.
Nice. Chad, short 3 micros. Keep up, Jay. Short 3, what price did you get there, Chad?
23,480.
23,480
As you can see
short
it
3 micros. It's selling.
making some new lows.
I just actually added a Nasdaq long there, so 4 micros long Nasdaq from 23,466.
Hey, these guys are trading it up in the Thunderdome, and that's why they got invited to this segment. We know they're going to be active traders, but they are managing risk at the same time. You heard Alfie say, I'm only risking $100 on this trade. You're going to take some losses, but you're going to take winning trades as well, as long as your wins are bigger than your losses. Dolby is excited in the chat. Let's go. We got another fade here in the Thunderdome. We saw these guys do this yesterday, and they both made money because we found a range in the market, and they were scalping it up. But let's see what we get here. Another fade. Chad, what's on your shirt today?
Ducks. I wanted to confuse the chat with supporting some quacks or sailboats. They support me either way.
Putting your favorite bird on your shirt. We know Alfie, one of Alfie's taglines that I will never forget on this show was seeing if we have more gas in the goose. If you're wondering why I'm saying to put your favorite birds in the chat. And Chad with a little reverse psychology here, putting birds on his shirt. So either way, even if he's winning, he's losing. Interesting strategy there, Chad. Alfie, what do you think of that?
Listen, man, I just see it as a flattery, really. Imitation is the most sincere form of flattery, so I love it. Love to see it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Alfie, I'm married, but another life.
Me too, man. Me too.
500. We got a 600 lot here offered in the S&Ps. I know you guys are trading the Russell and the Nasdaq, but 600 lot offered here in the S&P 63, 62, 75. Got another order filled here. What do we got?
Yes, sir. Probably classic. Alfie takes it off too early, but I just took off 3 of the 4 micros I had on the Nasdaq, so a plus 70 there, and I might lighten up on the
Okay.
Dow in a second,
All
depending on
right.
what happens.
You got some trades going on. Remember, this is an hour-long segment. Guys, I'll throw out the time that we're going to close trades. Send us over to the next segment. We'll do it at 57. Right? We'll close trades at 57 if you guys are cool with that, just to make some room for the next segment and that changeover, just so you know early. Remember, Alfie came in today down $180. Chad had the highest P&L over the first 2 days. Alfie made a little bit of a recovery yesterday, but we are tracking the cumulative P&L for the week. And we will let you all know what those stats are. Good trading so far here, guys. Seeing a bounce in the equities here. Nasdaq currently trading 493. Alfie, I know you got in from 66. Chad, you were short.
Yeah, I closed out one down in the 60s there, so I got 2 micros short now. Gosh, I don't know. It looks like from here, this could be a bounce or maybe a range. Start a range. I don't know.
Right.
I'm just gonna hold here.
We are seeing that bounce you talked about in the Russell a little bit here. Russell pushing up a little bit, currently trading 22, 21 half. Jared says he's hedging. There's no hedging if it's a different market. Different prices here.
Yeah, I'm
But
taking a
remember,
hold there.
go ahead, Chad.
Yeah, I'm actually going in long, so I will be kind of going against myself on both sides. We'll see. One couple micros short on the NQ and one RTY. I think looking like hoping this breakout holds.
Okay.
If not, I'll flip it quickly.
Got you. Oh, Chad's hedging with the duck shirt. Yeah. Smart strategy there. Smart strategy. You guys are actively in trades now, so I'm not going to bother you with questions. Talk through your trades here. Chat, what are you guys doing? Are you flat? Are you just watching the show right now, just being trader-tained by these traders trading it up? Again, making some pretty good money during this segment for just an hour. We have both of these traders right now above $1,000. I'm hearing some order fills. Alfie is clicking it up over there. Alfie, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going good. It's going good. I'm flat now. So plus 196. Just gonna
Plus-
let it settle out.
Plus 196. Remember, Alfie came in with a little bit of a deficit. $180 deficit. So if we tracked realized P&Ls right now, that would put Alfie up just a little bit. But we still got full session and a half to go in the Thunderdome. Nice trade, Alfie.
Thank you.
Show your support in the chat with your favorite birds, whether it's a pigeon, a dove, swan, goose, and your sailor hats, your yachts, your sailboats for Chad. Dan Emmons now at 7.5K on the 5 combines, racing Dakota and Barron. Nice trading, Dan. He's trading. Alfie, now that you're flat, I wanted to ask you guys, anyone watching that you want to give a shout out to, you told them, hey, I'm going to be in this trading competition for a week. Come and support me. Who's watching?
Just my mom and dad, really, probably. And
There you go. Shout out to
them.
mom and dad.
Yeah.
Shout out to mom and dad. Got to take them to dinner if you win.
I will be, yeah, definitely.
There you go.
Well, anyway, I'll take them out, but we'll see.
Right. Chad, what about you? You lose Chad? Oh, he's still there.
Yeah, my buddy Brad, Nick, Izzy, a couple of them are coming to visit, flying in Friday. So,
Okay.
Shout out to them.
Nice. Friends
have a
coming in
nice
to
week.
visit. Good stuff. All
Not
right,
liking
Russell.
where my stop loss is here.
I'm short now as well, by the way, Jay.
Okay.
Only 3 from 506.
Maybe this is Chad's friend in the chat. Hodl BTC 99. See you tomorrow in Hawaii, Chad.
Yeah, it will be tomorrow. My goodness.
There you go. There you go. Friends in the chat. Good to have friends. Good to have friends support you. Alfie, what price did you get short there?
I'm short from 23,506 and 3/4.
23,506.
Just want to see it flush through the 500s, but if it doesn't, I'm going to get out, man, because I've been here before.
Right.
Yeah.
And Chad still short micro, NASDAQ, long Russell, correct?
Yep.
Got you.
Now
Player in the
green
chat.
on the MMQ.
Okay.
And I had added a few times, and I have a few orders. This is actually, if this kind of is a range, this is great. This is where I like to be, because I can be on both sides.
Right.
If we get the range.
Range has to hold. Player in the chat. We got a comedian in the chat said, "Put your favorite bird in the chat," and player decided to flip the bird. But it's funny, so we'll leave it there for now. But I'm watching you. Alfie, go ahead. What were you saying?
No, it's all good. Yeah, just lightened up down to just the 1 micro now. See what happens. -1. So plus 245.
Awesome stuff. Good stuff. Chad, real quick position update, and then we're going to throw it to Gabe for some on this day.
Position update. Still long on the RTY. It's hard for me when I'd like to just have one chart up. So
I hear you.
I'm really currently just watching the micros on this NQ to see if I can fill these. And if not, I'm going to get flat and reevaluate, because I don't know that I want to be in. All right, so I'm flat, 326 in the green, and then this way I can I don't have to watch 2 instruments at the same time.
Plus 326.
Too early.
We got a competition here, chat. I don't know if you guys are paying attention to what's going on, but this is some great trading going on in these ranges. Let's throw it over to Gabe real quick for on this day, and then we'll get right back into the charts because we got some action, Gabe. What's up?
We do indeed. What's going on, guys? All right, we're throwing it back to August 7th of 1948 at the Olympics in London. Track and field athlete Fanny Blankers Cohen, what a name, is pregnant with her 3rd child, but helped the Dutch team win the 4x100 relay, becoming the first woman to capture 4 gold medals at a single games. She earlier had won the 100-meter, 200-meter, and the 80-meter hurdles. That is your on this day for August 7th, 1948. Throwing it back to the Olympics in London. Back to you guys.
Awesome stuff. Thank you for that, Gabe. Winning the competition while pregnant, that is pretty impressive. Uh, wow, shout out to Fanny. All right, here's some order fills over here, Alfie. I know that's a cue for you in a trade. What are we seeing now?
I flipped to long a little bit earlier than I wanted to. It was actually accidental long, but then I saw something that let me hold it. So here we are. 4 micros long from 490. Yeah, risking probably just below 3/4 of the range of this 5 to 515 area.
Okay, awesome stuff. And Chad, how's it looking over there?
It's still flat. Looking at the RTY to see if this is gonna break out further from here. If not, going right back down.
Nice.
Um,
Right. So we had, I mean, we keep passing the lead here, right? Chad came in with a $180 lead. Alfie took it for a second with that $196 he put up. Went up 16 bucks, and now Chad swinging back here, putting up 326. I'm not going to try to do that public math in front of you all, but I know that Chad is back in the lead right now. But both of these guys are winning. Pulling money out of these markets is exactly what we want to see. So great trading here, guys. Yeah. Garvcom says it
going
right.
back
Let's
in short.
give these guys some likes. Hit that like button if you haven't done so already, if you like what you're seeing here. Again, this is the first week of the Thunderdome. We got 2 new traders entering next week. You'll have your chance to vote on Monday. Chad getting back in short here.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
gonna assume we're in the range until we're above like 23, 520 and below 23, 470, I guess.
470. Coach Hoop saying air horns for cattle, uh, cowbells for cattle. 231, 375 cattle making new all-time highs. It's funny when we've been doing this segment. Coach Hoop is consistently in the chat talking about cattle movements. Um, I think the first person to jump over to cattle during the Thunderdome and trade it might be the winner. But see how bold you guys are feeling. Throw a Hail Mary and take a cattle trade and win it all. We'll see. See what tomorrow brings. Um,
Flat now, by the way.
Flatten out there, Alfie. Alfie, you were short, correct?
Oh no, I was short, then I was long, and now I'm flat. So I was
Okay.
short from 515s to about 490s, and then went long from about 490 to 502s.
Okay.
So yeah, plus 355. But
Nice
yeah,
stuff.
like no need to bet the farm, right, at this point in the week. So
Right. Yeah, absolutely not. Again, these guys are trading in XFAs. So, regardless of the result of this chat, we know that you have a vested interest in one of these guys winning. At the end of the day, these are XFAs that I think they're both eligible to take payouts from. And that's ultimately what we want to do, right? Putting real money in our bank accounts. And if you can get a free reset out of it, great. But they do have to still manage these XFAs as accounts that they want to trade. We heard Alfie say yesterday, he's like, you know what? This has been such a great hour to trade. I might just continue to do this after the Thunderdome is over. I mean, you guys, put up pretty good numbers and continuing to do so. Again, we still have another day and a half left of this competition, but you figured it out.
yeah, you know what? Less is more in trading, right? And I feel like every experienced trader said that to me, but it took going away on holiday for a week and still being profitable in like 2 or 3 hours to figure out actually maybe it's just the version of yourself you bring, and you need to get to that point of not necessarily carefree state of mind, but at
Mm,
least a little more relaxed to be able to take money.
right.
Because I've tried to impose my will. I came back trying to hit it hard, tried to impose my will on the markets, and it's
Yeah.
not the spoon that bends, right? It's you. So
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, that is the market is like the ocean. It is going to win every single time. So you can't fight it. You got to go with it sometimes. Ab McGee says this is my new favorite segment. I'm going to say that as well. I'm really enjoying doing this. And thank you guys for letting me host because this is a lot of fun. Uh, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, you've been
Chad,
rocking it out. You're doing great.
thanks, man. Uh,
100%.
position update, Chad. What do we got?
3 micros short on the M&Q. I am looking at the RTY, but I don't want to get back in a position where I got 2 different things going on. I'd like to be
Gotcha.
long. I do think it's breaking out here to the upside on the just gotten so beat up more than I don't know.
Yeah, we are seeing a little bit of
That
a bounce
order
here.
was more micros adding to my short.
Okay, so now you short 6, average price 503, is that right?
Yep.
Right. We've seen Chad with this strategy, kind of stacking orders, especially in this range bound market. We've seen Dolby do this as well, right? Where you're stacking offers or stacking bids depending on where you are positioned in that range, and then looking for the market to kind of fall through or trade up through the rest of the range. It's worked out pretty well all week. And let's see here. We are seeing a little bit of a bounce in the equities. S&P made a low of 63.54, and the orders currently trading 63.68 half. Nasdaq trading 23,508. Gold, after that sell off in gold, we really haven't seen much great price action, but 34.53, and crude oil currently trading 64.36. I know the house was short crude, took some of that position off, and I think might be holding onto a 3 lot runner. Hogue or JD can remind me where we're at on that trade. But right now we are focused on the Thunderdome here. Uh, Chad currently short 6 micro Nasdaq from 503. 75% long in the tilt in the S&P. Average price 63.69. So right where we are right now. Interesting that that didn't show up in the Nasdaq. Nasdaq only 57% long in the tilt. Uh, Russell moving higher. Let's take a look at the Dow. Shout out to Ross during fast markets. Called out the Dow being the leader to the downside. We're not seeing the bounce in the Dow. It still looks pretty heavy. We're seeing the other equities. Chad, nice selling here. Back under your entry price. Currently trading 496. And this is I have to say, these tight ranges, we're making a lot of excitement out of these
Oh,
tight ranges because we're
yeah.
seeing numbers go up. We're figuring it out. We are figuring it out. Oh, thank you, Jenny Baker, for that reminder in the chat. 30-year bond auction. We had the 10-year auction yesterday, right as this segment was closing. Today, we have the 30-year bond auction. We saw that random spike of volatility in the Treasury products yesterday. Who knows if that's going to have any effect on the auctions? Probably not. But just understand that those bond auctions do have the ability to cause some volatility in the markets. So if you are in a position, just remember at the top of the hour, we do have that bond auction.
Closed out a 3 on that small little drop. It's like when it gets so close to an order, it drives me crazy if you know,
And that's a good out, to be
don't
fair, Chad. Like, it looks like
hit
it's
it
ripping a little bit here.
in tight range.
Okay. So are you flat now, Chad?
Nope, I'm 3 short.
3 short.
P&L is realized and unrealized around the same, somewhere in like the 350 range, 330 range.
Okay. Nice. We got Alfie up plus 355 right now, and Chad right around there. Competition is very tight.
356.
Remember, there was a $180 difference between these two guys coming into this. We are tracking the cumulative P&L for the week, and it is a tight race right now. I can't wait for tomorrow. I'm getting excited already.
Yeah.
We're not even done with today, but it should be pretty good going into tomorrow. Again, great trading this week, guys. Thomas wants to know, can we talk about positioning in the range? I mean, identifying the range, and it's going to be, Dolby's probably better at explaining this than me, but you pick a time frame, 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart, and you're looking for the extremes, right? So where has the market rejected at the highs or the lows? And the idea is, you're taking profits in the middle of that range. So probably trading it with wider stops because you don't want to get wicked out because, these markets aren't exact. But just fading the extremes of the range until it breaks. Right now, I'm looking at the Nasdaq range. We'll call it 23,510 at the highs and 470 at the lows. And what we've seen both of these traders do is just take a piece of the middle each way, which has been working out pretty well so far. Nasdaq currently trading 23,490 back into the middle of that range.
So that closed my order out. So I'm now at 439 realized.
Very nice. I see you got some orders still sitting there, Chad. Are those intentional? Or are you looking to get back into the range if
Yep.
we
Yep.
tag either
I mean,
one
I
of those?
don't mind
Nice.
being long if I would put a pretty tight stop around the lows here, but I wouldn't mind being long. This is the whole thing with the range is you should be able to me, when I'm trading it well, there's times I'm
Mhm.
long and there's times I'm short, and you're just bouncing.
Right.
It is a little
Stuff.
bit more fun on the combines with full contracts, but, when I get to XFAs, I tend to go a little slower.
I hear you. I hear you. Go slower, but get to your destination the same way. Alfie, I haven't heard an order filled in a little bit. Practicing some patience now. I like this. We've seen this from you as
I,
well throughout the week. But once you get
yeah,
in
it's a
there,
bit
you're in there.
frustrating.
Yeah.
I want to
What's
get back in there, but I just want to. I don't know. Maybe I'm being a bit precious with my entries after this
hey,
close of this half-an-hour candle.
I mean, you got a good P&L for the day, and I think if I had to kind of call it how you've been, Alfie, this week is like almost like the counter puncher, right? Where you're waiting a little bit, you're seeing how the market goes, and then you're in. And once you find an opening, then I hear order filled a lot, and then I ask for a P&L update, and it's like, oh, I'm up $300. So pick your spots, and keep going from there. But I don't have to
Because
tell you that it's been working for you all week.
yeah,
I'm gonna
I'm just
cancel my
have this
order to
cognitive
the
bias on
short
a
because
Thursday.
yeah.
Right.
I'm canceling the order to go short because I really think that with RTY breaking out too, maybe we might see some upside action. The problem with range trading is if you when I'm stuck in it and like when it breaks it, then I start in the hope mode, like, oh, I hope it drops, and that's usually the
Yeah.
time I need to be getting out.
Got you. We do see a little bit of size on the books up here. We got some orders in the S&P I'm looking at. 116 offered at 63.70 and another 300 offered at 63.71. The S&Ps did have some volume that got absorbed at those lows. About 1,000 contracts traded in a second, and we've seen a pretty nice bounce from there. Didn't see anything similar in the NASDAQ as of yet. Um, NASDAQ's kind of fighting with this 500 here. I'm trying to figure it out. Let's throw it to, I think both of our traders are flat right now. So let's throw it to Gabe for some news really quick, and we'll be right back to the Thunderdome. Gabe, what do we got?
President Donald Trump is set to sign an executive order Thursday that could make it easier for 401k plans to offer alternative investment options, including private equity. Workplace retirement plans are a $12 trillion market, and the private equity and credit industry are pushing to get in. To date, 401k plans have primarily offered publicly traded stock and bond funds because they're less expensive and less risky. Right now, there's no official policy guidance to employers about how to provide access to alternative options. Experts say any changes to workplace retirement plans would likely take a while. That's because private equity investments are more complicated and require more due diligence. Employers' 401k plans would have to divulge details on fees, investment strategy, and prior performance.
Awesome stuff. Thank you for that, Gabe. Yeah, that's interesting. Usually to invest in some of these, private equity things, you need to be an accredited investor. Have a certain net worth and things like that. I'm curious to see how those opportunities get vetted for private equity, investment in your 401ks. What do you guys think about that? You also don't have to talk about that now. You're actively in a competition, so
Oh, good.
I don't
Mine
have
beat
any
my exit
strong
liquidity
opinions
for
either
crypto.
way.
go ahead, Alfie, and then we'll throw it to you, Chad.
Sorry. I was just gonna say, it's good. I think it's good if you're holding stuff that people are going to be buying, right? But
Right.
could be exit liquidity for private equity. Giving everyone
Mm,
access to crypto towards the top kind of smells like a bit of a rat to me. But I don't know.
right. Interesting. Chad,
Not
what do you
that
think?
who knows where the top is, but yeah, you know what I mean.
I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
mean,
I
K
already
Trader kind
thought
of
they were
agrees with you in
doing
the
that.
chat here. Go ahead, Chad.
I feel like I thought they were already doing that, but I don't know. Maybe that it can only be certain funds. Is that? Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
there's
know.
there's
I
some. I know with like a self-directed 401k that I have, there are some companies that do like private investment and things like that. And but this, I don't know. This sounds a little bit different, but maybe not. K Trader in the chat says if they're letting you in, they want to sell to you. That could be the case. That could definitely be the case. Both you guys still flat right now?
Yeah, still flat.
Yep, I'm still flat.
Good stuff. We got Chad up 439, Alfie up 355. We did see Alfie take the lead there for just a second, a couple minutes there, and then Chad took it back. Um, Great trading by both of these guys. 180 difference. Now we got a little. I'm not going to do public math. I think it's about a $240 difference right now. I love that both of these guys have been trading micros for the most part. We did see Chad take a long in the Russell. The Russell, is not as volatile as some of the other markets that we trade, the Nasdaq and things like that. So I understand the play there, taking the trade in the mini. So nice trade again. If you guys do jump into anything, let us know. Uh, Chat, just as a reminder, if this is your first time watching this segment, these guys are competing to give you all a free reset depending on who you voted for. I know some people in the chat said yesterday that they don't remember who they voted for. You only had two choices, but I understand there's a lot going on in the week. We might not. I don't even remember what I ate for dinner last night, so that's okay. But if you chose Chad and he wins, you get a free reset. If you chose Alfie, you get a free reset if he wins. Uh, Throw your favorite birds or boats in the chat. Show us who you're supporting. George says, really good trading, fellas. Not the easiest market, and doing it live. George, I 100% agree. This is not easy to do. Not easy at all.
Yeah,
Uh,
especially
see,
right now with Nasdaq. Yeah, when it comes to RTY and maybe like something like the 6E or any of those, I don't really mind going in non-micros because they're kind of like getting one RTY feels like getting like 4 micro NQs or something.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, the Russell's it's similar to the Dow as well, right? Like I'll trade the Dow and trade,
Yeah.
just feel comfortable putting on way more size in the Dow than I do in the Nasdaq, where it's just not as whippy. Respects levels just a little bit better. Shubham, I think you might be confused about animals. That is a alligator in the chat.